Welcome, guys, to episode 5 of the We Know Ball podcast. It's gonna be a great one, isn't it, guys? Right?
I'm basically a guest now.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
that's
mean-
okay. Welcome back, Reece. Introduce yourself.
Looking great.
I'm still Reece. I was here on the second
Just
episode,
two.
I think.
Yeah, so we have Reece back. We have our favorite JJ.
Oh,
The
God.
favorite,
Yes, and we have our favorite Joe.
Hello.
the second
Except
favorite.
for Joe Mama. Anyways, and me, Bobby, is going to be your host today, this episode. So, let's just jump right into it. The Ballon d'Or happened this past weekend, and Messi won his 8th Ballon d'Or. How are we feeling about that?
And let's roll ball. Anyways, so I feel he deserved it.
I mean,
This is a great start.
I think-
So, anyways, let me start off. I don't think he deserved it. I mean, I understand. I'm gonna get so much hate for this. Oh my gosh, because you Messi fans are ridiculous. But anyways,
we're ridiculous. Okay, buddy.
yes. So here's the thing. I don't think he should have won it because at PSG he didn't. I mean, he was good. Don't get me wrong, but he wasn't even the best player at PSG, right? And yes, he won the World Cup or whatnot, but he wasn't. He wasn't like he carried Argentina through the World Cup. And not gonna lie, the World Cup was a little iffy, if you know what I mean.
Don't you
So-
dare! Don't you dare start this.
No.
So I'm
Not-
just saying.
Don't you dare!
I'm just saying. The
Okay.
World Cup, him winning the World Cup
I was-
shouldn't be used as like a huge determiner for winning the Ballon
I
d'Or
think it
because there have been
should.
because there have been plenty of players in the past World Cups to not win the Ballon d'Or when they were by far the best player for their team and the World Cup run that year. You know what I mean? So
Okay, but for example, just give me an example.
okay, Mbappe in 2018.
Mbappe
Okay,
was
but you
not
have
the best
Modric to
player.
be fair.
Griezmann was more crucial to that team.
At that
That's why
point.
Griezmann placed higher. Griezmann was
Okay.
third in that ranking.
Yeah. On top of that, I just feel Modric did a lot
Modric-
better. Being on a Croatian
Okay.
team, bringing
Fair
the team
enough,
to the
Modric,
final.
yes, Modric, yes, but I would argue that there were more crucial players to teams in the World Cup this year, or well, I guess last year, than Messi. I even on his own team, I wouldn't even say Messi was the most crucial player. I would say the most crucial player on that Argentina team was Martinez. 100%. Without Martinez, they're not winning the World Cup. They're probably not even making the finals.
Who invited
Oh,
him?
It's like saying, but I mean, you could say that about any team. To be fair, like I mean, you take out the team's
No.
goalie, and it's like they're done. Like I mean,
No,
okay,
not
maybe not the top
necessarily.
teams, but like a goalie is crucial. Don't get me wrong. I just feel Argentina is not the best. Like they were not the best team going into it. Like obviously they were a favorite, but I feel like they were only a favorite because Messi was on the team. Like I feel like if Messi was not on the team, they were not even considered top 5 to like make a final run.
Messi.
Like
Messi-
logistically speaking, the second best player is Di Maria, and we've seen how he's been performing. Or Martinez, and Martinez is playing for a team who is in what place right now? In the EPL.
You mean Emi Martinez, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Aston Villa. I
He's
want to
for
say.
Oh no.
Aston Villa, yeah.
Did you say Barca?
No. I thought I remember he used to play for Arsenal.
Aston Villa is currently 5th.
5th. Okay, that's fair. I don't know how they did last year. I don't watch the EPL, but
They qualify. I want to say they were 5th or 6th. They're in Europa League this year. No, might be. I think it might be Conference League. It's one of those two. They're one of the secondary ones.
anyway, so my main point is the fact that I feel that okay, but like you could have taken. I also feel the same thing. If you would have taken Messi out the mix, they would not have made it that far. He did the playmaking attribute on that man is just insane. Like, and you could say he was like, I think he was the best player on PSG by a long shot. And
What?
you look at his stats. You could compare his beginning, especially the beginning of the season stats, to some of the other players around the world, and you can even compare his beginning of the season stats to like 2013 Messi, 2012 Messi, almost even. And the stats are like up there, like goal contribution wise. Not goal scoring wise, but he wasn't scoring goals. He took a step back. He was definitely more of a playmaker, and you could tell because the amount of assists that man was getting was like
Yes.
close, like more than like like it was a crazy amount to say the least. I'm trying to put a term to it, but I can't right now. To say the least, you could compare that's the amount of the goal contribution wise to prime Messi, and the stat was almost the same. So
I'm just saying right here. I have a stat post. The stats right here. I got Messi 41 goals, Haaland 56, 26 assists for Messi, 10 for Haaland. That's 67 goals and assists for Messi compared to Haaland's 66. Also, let it be known, Messi was also injured during that time, right? 153 chances created by Messi, 44. It says BCC. I think that's big chances created compared to Haaland's 41 and 14 big chances created, with 25 man of the matches for Messi and 11 for Haaland. Messi also won FIFA's the best Argentinian player of the year, World Cup player of the tournament, IFFHS best playmaker, best South American player, top goal scorer, or best top goal scorer, and the sportsmanship award. What world sportsmanship? Oh no, world sportsmanship.
Bro, he left.
What the? Bro did not like the debate. He was not up for it. But
he's still
he also won the French Cup, the World Cup, and the French League. Compared that to Haaland's, Champions League, EFL Cup, or no, what was it? Carabao? Was it Carabao Cup?
Carabao, yeah.
Carabao Cup and
Man United versus Man City.
Premier. He got the Premier League Player of the Year, the Golden Boot, and the UCL top scorer. I don't know. I think Messi did more. And yes, you have Haaland winning the treble, but then you have people like De Bruyne, Alvarez, Rodri, people who did so much more in those the big games that mattered.
I'm not gonna lie. Even on the Man City team, I think that there was better candidates.
Yes.
And I feel like the only reason that Haaland was so looked at was because of the goals.
He destroyed the goals.
Yeah, he definitely destroyed the goals, and I definitely do think he should have been up there, and he was for a contender. But in my opinion, De Bruyne also had a better season than Haaland, and I think Messi did better than that. For reference,
I just think, plus considering the World Cup every 4 years, right? Yes, it's one trophy compared to 3 that Haaland won, the treble. But the World Cup, if it's every 4 years, that skew or that importance to the ranking, this shows how much more important it is, because it's every 4 years. So you'd be the best player every in a tournament that comes every 4 years with the best of the best, right? The best players for the best countries are there, and even if you don't touch the best country,
let me question you this, right? That did at any point in that World Cup Messi single-handedly win or bring Argentina back into a game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which game?
He got 2 goals in the final.
Okay, he didn't single-handedly win in that game.
Nah, I mean he scored the goal to time up. No.
They were winning the entire game until Mbappe single-handedly scored a hat trick and won.
2 pens.
Tied the game.
Hold on, I'm pulling up all the games here now. I'm not allowing the disrespect for my GOAT.
It's not even. It's crazy.
He is the GOAT. What do you mean? 8 Ballon d'Ors. He is the greatest of all time.
Robbery. It's robbery.
There will never. Okay, even there, 7 Ballon d'Ors. Still the greatest of all time. There's no one comes close.
Me.
You're right. Reece does come close.
No.
Reece, I feel kind of bad because he's kind of there.
Reece, who do you think? Who do you think, bro?
Listen, I'm gonna stick to what Johan Cruyff said about the Ballon d'Or. It's just a bunch of journalists and people voting for their friends.
You're just mad because your so-called got no votes and was 856, Bobby. Don't act like you didn't send me that earlier.
I did send you that earlier because it's disrespectful.
It's disrespectful. Bro, what did he do?
Ronaldo
what did he do?
800.
What did he do?
What did he do in voting?
What did he do?
What are you talking about?
What
last
did he do?
In voting?
Yeah. What did he do?
At Manchester United. Manchester United?
What did he do to get votes? What
he was good. He was very good at Manchester United.
Oh, he was a bench player.
Are you kidding me?
Dude.
Bro, you of all people, as a Manchester United fan, should be happy that Ronaldo came back and lit it up for a whole 6 months.
I mean,
what? 6 months?
Injured.
What did he do?
I'm not saying he should have won. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he should have won. Because he did not deserve to get Ballon d'Or this year. But getting 0 votes is crazy.
Because he didn't do anything. Bro's killing in the Camel League. Woohoo!
I mean,
Not even about that. It's about the entire year, not just the last few months that he's been playing.
Bro, that was the end of the year. He was in Saudi Arabia.
I understand.
He didn't do anything.
And he's doing good in Saudi Arabia, even though it's not a very. Don't get me wrong, it's not a good league. I don't like Saudi Arabia league at all. But still, he's doing good over there.
Messi in Saudi Arabia, he tears it up. Put Messi in Saudi Arabia, he tears it up.
Yeah, of course he is. Of course he would. That's not. I'm not discrediting Messi. That Ronaldo should have gotten some votes.
listen.
Messi
The way that I see
in the
it,
round of
and
16.
this isn't to like discredit Ronaldo or like to talk bad about him in a disrespectful way, but I just feel the other contenders contributed more, right? I feel like Ronaldo, he wasn't bad at Man United, and in fact, in my opinion, it was just an unfortunate turn of events. The managers didn't like him. He didn't like the managers. He never played for Man United half the time. You know, he was getting 3 minutes a match there for half the games, and then on top of that, he was injured for a little bit. You know, so like he didn't don't get me wrong. When he did play, like if he would have played the full games and stuff like that, he would normally average about a goal per game, which isn't bad by any means. But he wasn't. And then on top of that, for Portugal, what was his name? I don't know. But for Portugal, he was also benched half the time. You know? So, and the World Cup, he was abysmal. You know? And in fact, Portugal as a whole was abysmal, and Portugal had a good team. You know? And
better without Ronaldo.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Ronaldo came out, he got a hat-trick. You can't, like... You know, so
I don't see Messi winning. I don't think that Messi winning the World Cup solely should be the reason for him getting the Ballon d'Or. Because if he doesn't win the World Cup, he's not getting the Ballon d'Or.
But the World Cup comes every 4 years, though. That's why it's so important.
But it adds so much value because he got not only did he win the World Cup, but he got player of the tournament.
Only because he won, though. I don't like the thing is with those things is that. Messi was not the player of the tournament. I don't care what you say. He won it, but he was not. He was not. He was not the best player in that tournament. I would pick multiple players over him in that World Cup, including Mbappe. Mbappe's one. I think Mbappe or Haaland should have won. And now I understand why maybe Haaland because he wasn't in the World Cup and all that. But Haaland being able to come from Bundesliga and everybody saying coming to Premier League he's not going to do anything, blah blah, all this, all that, and breaks the goal scoring record in the first year. That alone is, I mean, he did get second, of course, in Ballon d'Or voting, but still, I think him or Mbappe should have won over Messi.
Listen,
I would take both of them over Messi.
If I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, but Messi, right? No, Mbappe did amazing in the World Cup. Don't get me wrong.
And in the league. He did better than Messi on his own team.
He got more goals, but goal contributions, no.
Okay, no, goal contributions, but that's not like the end all be all. That's like strictly stats. And we're looking at strictly stats, then yes, okay, Messi did better than Mbappe at PSG.
Okay, but that's what the Ballon d'Or is.
Who played
it's
better?
not strictly stats.
I'm not gonna lie. The Ballon d'Or, like if you look at like majority of winners, like except for maybe a couple like Modric, it's been strictly stats.
But that's not what it is. That's how it's supposed to be.
Maybe not, but Messi had the best stats.
But that's
by a long shot. If you look, the amount of trophies he won, the amount of best players he won, the trophies he won for Argentina, South America.
Then if you go to Holland, Holland had way more goals. Yes, Messi had some more assists, and that brought him up to his total being very similar. But Holland had more trophies and had more significant trophies besides the World Cup, of course. The World Cup's the biggest of them all, but more significant trophies. The only thing that Messi had was I think they won the league by 1 point.
They both won the league. They both won the individual. No wait, Messi had 2 international trophies. He won Finalissimo.
What?
He won the one with it's Finalissimo, right?
No, I don't even know what that is.
You won it, Bobby.
Finalissimo. Yeah,
Finalissimo. Holding it back is a Mickey Mouse trophy.
Cup the South American European Cup of Champions, Finalissima. It's best team in Europe, best team in South America. They won that. Argentina won that trophy.
Okay.
Listen, Bobby. What we're saying is, I don't want to make it seem like I'm discrediting what the other players did, at all. Because in my opinion, Haaland like did amazing. Mbappe did amazing. All these players did amazing. De Bruyne did amazing. Everyone else competing for the Ballon d'Or did absolutely amazing. And in fact, this year it was close in my opinion. I just personally believe that Messi did better. And like don't get me wrong, and I don't say this a lot, but I even feel that there was a few Ballon d'Ors that he won that he shouldn't have. That there was other better players in that year. But this
2014 and 2010.
2014, I'll go with. 2010's kind of.
And 20 was it? Which year was it that Lewandowski should have won? 2021.
No,
Lewandowski,
no one won that one. They didn't do anything that year.
Yeah, that was COVID year.
Okay. Oh yeah. So it was a 2019. I'm not sure what year, but Lewandowski should have won.
Yeah, but I do agree. Lewandowski should have had the one. The 2014 one kind of debatable, and the 2010 one kind of debatable. Don't get me wrong, but
the top third of 2010 was all Barca players.
Yeah, and honestly though,
2010 it should have been Iniesta.
Yeah, and or Xavi. Actually,
those were
maybe
the
it was
top
the year before.
three.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
I'm also
that's
arguing
that's why it's
Haaland, who
debatable.
was number 2 this year, should have beat out Messi. So
I don't know. Like I don't want to make it seem like I'm discrediting these other players.
We're not discrediting. We're just saying Messi 100% deserved it more. For what? I think he deserved it more.
In the eyes of the journalists, though, Ligue 1 is still a top 5 league.
Actually, I think
performing in that league is still.
It's actually sixth.
Yeah, it got moved for.
Oh, did it really?
I think yes, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be moved back to 5th. Eredivisie's
Probably.
not looking too hard right now.
Here, the Vizzy only is our
I don't think so. They had the exact same goals and assists, and Holland had 5 individual honors to Messi's 4. And as a team, the Man City won the Premier League, Champions League, and FA Cup, and Messi only had the World Cup, of course, which is highest above all, and the League won by barely.
Okay, but in my opinion,
I
though,
think literally 1 point.
in my opinion, the World Cup trophy, is worth more than
World Cup is worth 4 Champions Leagues, maybe 3.
More,
3 Champions Leagues minimum.
In my opinion, it's worth more than 3 Champions League. And the reason I say that is because if you're on Real Madrid and you won a World Cup, a player from literally any team could get put onto Real Madrid if they get signed. A player on Argentina, they can't just take players from France and sign them.
Okay, and I understand that argument, but it's also their contribution. If Argentina won a World Cup and Messi was on the bench the whole time, then that's not really him. Like the World Cup at that point wouldn't mean much to his Ballon d'Or voting. You see what I'm saying?
That's why it means so much, because he did so much in the World Cup.
But he did a lot.
No, he was very influential, yes, but he wasn't the most influential on his own team. Personally, I believe that.
He led his
team had the most goals on his team.
He led his team in scoring.
Okay, that's not, again, it's not just stats.
But you're saying
his goalkeeper Martinez is not going to score goals.
Mbappe was better because he scored goals.
Okay, but Bobby, logistically, a keeper is never going to be able to
single-handedly scored the goals for his team and brought his France. Without Mbappe, France is not making it to the finals. I think without Messi, Argentina could still make it to the finals. Yes, it'd be harder for sure. I think they could, though.
Only because the center attacking mid position, in my opinion, is the hardest position to play on the field. The position he plays.
Okay.
You know, don't get me wrong. If it was like Neymar being taken out, then I could still see like his team going through because that's a winger. You know.
Yeah, and not that France doesn't have the talent to make it to the finals on their own without Mbappe, because they do. But how they played in the World Cup, Mbappe single-handedly brought that team to the finals. Single-handedly.
Oh yeah, probably. And actually, I don't think he single-handedly brought them to the World Cup. I think he single-handedly kept them in like the World Cup final.
That's
but like in the final, he was the only player that played, and I definitely do think.
And in some other games as well, he was like the only player doing anything for that team.
Yeah, in some games, not all games. If it was all games, I definitely think Mbappe would be definitely closer in the running. Definitely, like without a doubt in my mind. But it wasn't. That's the thing. They have so much talent on that team, so much, and there's so much talent around the world.
Same with Argentina. In some games, Messi was very influential. But in others not. And I think Messi wasn't the most influential person on that Argentina team. I would give it to Martinez. Martinez, 100%.
Listen, Martinez definitely popped off, and he definitely kept them in the games and everything. And without a doubt, they would not have won without him. I don't know if he was influential like that, though. because it's hard for a keeper to be influential. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, Martinez.
Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal. The reason, and I don't mean to cut you off, but the reason I think what I would consider influential is, for example, let's say that save against France against Muani, right?
Yeah,
if he doesn't make mistakes, not only do they go down, but they don't have any confidence. I guarantee you that Argentina, besides maybe a few players, and Messi is the type of player to get his team back into it, right?
And there was 10 seconds left in the game.
But again, there's nothing like that. Game's over. I think France wins it at that point, right?
Yeah.
And yes, it's the end of the game, blah blah blah. But there are multiple other saves that if that goes in, the confidence level goes down. A keeper making an amazing save to keep their team in the game is a complete momentum shifter, and now their team has confidence again. It boosts everybody's confidence up on that team.
No, I know.
So that is influential to me.
You know what I want to take a second to recognize real quick?
What?
Our American GOAT, Haji Wright, has more knockout goals than Ronaldo. I know who I'm picking, guys.
Haji Wright?
Haji Wright. Give me a Haji Wright.
No way. Crazy.
Anyways, as much as I would love to keep talking about this, you know, because it is a great debate, and probably a debate that's going to be going on for years.
Yeah.
I don't want to also just keep Reece in the dark for so long.
Yeah.
So I say we do try and move on a little bit, so we're not here for 2 hours and Reece is just sitting there.
All right. Do we want to? We're sticking with soccer, right?
Yeah, we'll stick with soccer. Let us know what you guys think in the comments if you guys decide to watch.
Yeah. So Messi did win the Ballon d'Or, so he is a Ballon d'Or winner in the MLS, right? So how do we think that's going to affect MLS? How do we think maybe potential moves? Are there going to be more players wanting to come to MLS now? Now that it's getting some more recognition. What are we thinking?
Here's my take. In my opinion, the second Messi came over, more players in general were already starting to kind of want to come. Like Griezmann said that he's shown interest in the league, and a few other players, like I think Luka Modric now has interest, and there was a couple others like Suarez. Obviously, there's a lot of looking at into Miami, and I think the good thing about this though is the revenue, right? Obviously, the MLS is making so much money off of this.
Yes.
Yeah, so much money. And honestly, in my opinion, I don't think that this Ballon d'Or is gonna alter things too much. Simply because we're in the postseason now, and Messi isn't even playing.
Yep.
Reasonably speaking. So, yeah, it might attract more viewership because it's like, oh, Messi won, he plays in the MLS type of thing. Let me see what this league is about. But, at the same time, it was when he came to the MLS, I feel like people were checking out the league now. You know, and if anything, I don't know if this Ballon d'Or is going to be oh, Messi, into Miami. No, people are going to notice the World Cup instead.
Yep.
Logistically speaking, if he would have won it, maybe, if it was back in June, you know, when they did the polls and everything like that, maybe. But because we're in postseason now and Inter Miami didn't make it, nor were they even close to making it, I don't see it having too much of an impact personally.
I think it may have a small impact towards fans. For example, fans that obviously they came in when Messi first moved here, but they see Messi won the Ballon d'Or, right? They're like, okay, a Ballon d'Or winner, an 8-time Ballon d'Or winner, won the Ballon d'Or for a reason in the MLS, right? So maybe if they weren't already watching the MLS, they want to see why, as to his time in the MLS, did that contribute to him winning the Ballon d'Or? So they look at some of his old Miami games, and maybe they like the league, and maybe they want to watch some more games. So now they're watching the playoffs, which is the most intense time. So honestly, I think for MLS, this is the best time for people to start coming in to watch it, because the playoffs are the best games in the entire year. I think most of the time, not all the time, obviously, but most of the time, these games are the best, and the atmosphere are the best at this time. So I think it's really good for the MLS.
I think it's real. When we have the perfect person to ask right here, Reece, right? Genuinely, as someone who doesn't watch soccer, if you were to watch MLS, when would you more likely want to watch? Right? With Bobby saying, would you the playoffs, or would you give it a shot during the actual season?
I'd say playoffs. It's the same as every 4 years I watch the World Cup, but I don't watch actual matches.
Yeah.
You watch the final. You watch to get to the final. Because,
I watch all the World Cup, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
You're not gonna throw on the Orlando City game.
Sports. Yeah.
This is going out to everybody watching this. Okay, if you don't watch MLS playoffs, watch it right now.
That's right, and support Orlando City.
If not, JJ will come to your house and he will eat.
Did you guys see my TV turn on?
It's been on.
It's been on this whole time.
He will go to your house. He will eat all the saltine crackers that you have in your pantry. Right,
Oh,
JJ?
he will do that.
He's a saltine fiend.
Yes.
You know, I have a story to tell actually,
Like
really
that.
quick. Just to, you know what, we always talk about sports on this channel, right?
Yeah,
I want to talk about one time, just one quick story about JJ. We were in, this was freshman year,
Oh,
okay,
I
of
remember
high
this.
school.
God. Oh,
Freshman
yeah.
year of high
Gregorio.
And we had this teacher called Mr.
I don't-
D. Gregorio, or I don't even know.
Oh,
We just called her Miss D, right?
Gregorio.
Miss
Madame.
D. And this guy, he ate saltines every day, right? Literally every single
Back a
day.
day.
He needs to find something out of his backpack, right? And he can't find it. He's like, where is it? So he flips his backpack upside down, right? And tries to find this notebook or whatever. And the amount of crushed up saltines and salt and
Disgusting.
everything that fell at literally
Disgusting.
at least imagine you crushed up like half a bag of saltines and just like poured it on the floor. That's how much
That's
it
how
was.
much you had.
It was
I
ridiculous.
just
And we had to clean it up, and it was honestly for me the funniest moment ever.
Honestly, I don't remember cleaning it up.
if
I don't remember.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
keep
I
it
remember
real.
you cleaning it up, but it really like
I remember trying to clean it up, but then the bell rang and I just left.
if we're talking about
You-
funny
honestly,
moments
maybe.
with JJ, it was before one of our soccer games. I remember we're sitting in the
The
classroom
shorts.
getting ready. Not even
Oh.
the shorts. Man goes in his backpack. He's getting a snack for the game. Pulls out a sleeve of saltines. I'm like, okay, that's normal. He goes in again. Pulls out a second sleeve of saltines and smashes both sleeves before the game. He ate both of them, and then just played out of his mind. Like, dude, what are you on? That's like the time. That's like the time Jonas, bro. Remember when he had like the 18 pack of tacos? Bro
Yeah.
smashed 14
that's
of
ridiculous.
those. He smashed 14. Had a man of the match performance. Ate the other 4 on the bus ride home.
I
That's
remember.
crazy.
I remember that year because I only got subbed out one game that year,
Because you were him, bro.
and it was Merritt Island, and I had to poop.
Yeah, no, it was because I told coach. I literally like looked at coach and was like, dude, I think JJ's hurting or something. I'm like, you might want to talk to him. And coach literally looked at me and was like, well, you know him better than anybody, so okay. So he brought you out, and he was like, are you cramping or something? And he's like, no, I gotta poop, bro.
Yeah, it was bad, bro. I remember the whole game, bro. I'm like, hobbling.
No, because it was just like the way JJ was running. I literally was like, bro, I think like JJ's like hurting or something. Like something happened, right?
Yeah, I
Because he was
was, bro.
running like he had something up his butt, bro.
Bro, that
And
happened.
no,
That happened to me in a varsity game. I drank the half gallon of milk before the game. Remember that?
oh no.
And
Yeah.
and
Why would
I
you
remember.
do that?
I don't know because I wanted some calcium. I remember because of lemon. Shout out JJ Lemons. He looks at me, goes, "Dude, are you okay? What's wrong with you? You're not playing good today." I'm like, "I have to go to the bathroom, bro." but I didn't want to go because as soon as I got up to go, Stengel's like, "You're going in." I'm like, "Stengel, what the heck, bro? Please, Stengel, please."
Do you remember, Joe? Do you remember when we went to districts? It was first round of districts, and we were like on the bench, right? I think this was my sophomore year, senior year.
Yeah.
And like I'm changing and stuff. You know, I'm like chilling, and then like I look down and I'm wearing my brother's shorts.
That was
and they're, like,
regional.
really
That was
tight.
regionals. That was regionals.
No,
I was
yeah,
really-
no, I was there. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember,
I
oh yeah, because you
Reece,
had
I'm
the
gonna-
thing, yeah.
Reece, I'm gonna send you the picture, Reece. Unless you have
Yeah,
it.
so yeah, that was hilarious. You
Can you
put on your
send
shorts
it
and they were
through-
way too tight. Way too
No,
tight.
no. Honestly, if you want, you can probably send it to like the group chat, and then you could
Mhm.
you might be able to like put the photo
Y'all
up.
mean
low-key.
okay? I'll put the photo
Mhm.
if I have. I'll put it right here.
Put it somewhere.
in
man.
my place.
Right
Mhm.
down there. It's gonna be right
For
there.
There
reference,
you
if you
go,
couldn't
there you
tell, I share a room with my brother, and I guess somebody put his shorts in my dresser. So like I'm digging through like last second, like the morning before the game, I just grabbed the black pair of shorts, and he also plays soccer, so he has a pair. Threw them on. There was like a hole in the bottom, I think, and like a stain on the side, like a random paint stain.
It was
It was
hilarious.
funny. It was really
I
fun.
wonder if I can find it. I don't even know when it was.
Dude, it was. I have the picture. I know I have it.
Okay.
So we'll definitely get that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All
Get
right.
it up. But it was.
Anyways,
okay,
let's
back-
continue.
back,
with,
back
with,
on topic.
on track. Yeah. So last kind of soccer talk we want to have here before we move on. MLS awards. It is end of season, and the awards are regular season awards. So regular season's over, guys. Playoffs have started. So what are we thinking? What are our predictions for the awards? We'll go down
You want to
first. We want to do.
you want to
All
go
right.
through? You want to go through the big ones, right? 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4,
those are the big
5,
ones,
6,
so-
7. There's 7 big awards. Is what we'll go.
All
with.
right.
Yeah.
So we'll start. We'll save MVP for last. We'll start from the bottom. Comeback Player of the Year. The 3 nominees we got: João Paulo from Seattle Sounders, Alan Pulido from Kansas City, and Miles Robinson from Atlanta. Personally, maybe it's me. I'm gonna take out Miles Robinson just because I don't know. I'm not. Maybe I'm also not familiar with the other two's game, but Miles Robinson.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not too familiar with the other two players. I'm gonna have to go with Miles Robinson. I just know him.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay then.
We know him.
I'm not gonna lie. It's just a lack of knowledge there.
Honestly, I also wanted to say Miles Robinson, but not because that I didn't know the other two guys. I think Miles Robinson was just the most influential for his team, personally,
Yeah.
which seems to be my go-to.
And then
I'm
we got
noticing.
Reese. Who do you think is winning this?
Yeah. Reece, you got.
Who's in it?
We got João
Oh, God.
Paulo, Alan Pulido, and Miles Robinson.
No. Tell them the teams. Tell them the teams.
Okay, Seattle, Kansas, or Atlanta?
Take Seattle.
Seattle.
Ooh!
All right.
Honestly, that's a good shout. Seattle has been really good. They ended
Seattle
second.
anyway.
That's a good man.
And
I mean,
then-
Seattle ended second. Like that, he did. Pretty influential. He wasn't even.
Let's go. We're breezing through this so we can get Reese involved in the actual conversation. We got MLS Defender of the Year, Yamar Gomez Andrade from Seattle, Matt Miazga from Cincinnati, and Tim Parker from St. Louis City. Personally, I don't know.
Miazga.
I'm taking Miazga because Cincinnati, they
Like
they killed the league.
Wait, what was this trophy?
Defender of the Year.
Oh wait, and then what were the options?
Miazga, Andrade, and Parker. So from Andrade from Seattle, Miazga from Cincinnati, and Tim Parker.
Yeah, I had Andrade. I'm not gonna lie. Seattle's defense this year, man, they've been low key top tier. Don't get me wrong, not to discredit Cincinnati's defense, but I feel like they've mainly been attack heavy. And Seattle's defense, in my opinion, has been better.
That's fair.
Surprised
That's
no
fair.
Orlando City player has been not.
I'm
really,
going
like, awesome.
Miazga. I'm going Miazga simply because Andrade, yes, he's on a better defensive team, but I think Seattle also has players that without him, they can still be very good defensively.
Yes.
Although he is very influential, I think Miazga is that main guy in Cincinnati's back line, and I think that he is really the big name that's gonna help push them, to be a good defensive team.
Yeah. Oh, I do agree. I do see your point. Just in my opinion, I think that's only because of the fact that Cincinnati's defensively is kind of lacking. So he really was the only guy, and
I think there's something to be said about that to be like so good defensively that you're the only one there. That
I agree, though. I agree. He definitely deserved the nomination,
Mm-hmm.
but they also just lack depth. So naturally, he's just gonna. Really
I definitely think it's between those two, though. I like Tim Parker. I think he did all right, but I don't think he's gonna beat out the other two personally.
Yeah, personally, probably gonna go to Miazga, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right. Next one, we got goalkeeper of the year. We got Roman Berkey from St. Louis City, Roman Celentano from Cincinnati, and Pedro Gallese from Orlando City. Do we even need to? Do you want to just say it on three? Three. 1, 2, 3. Berkey. Gallese.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I think like Gallese is like he's our keeper, we watched him do beginning of the year. We would not be like second right now if he did not like clutch up and like
for sure
50% of the games beginning of the year. But the issue though is that I just feel like Berkey has more fame right now. Yeah, and more look at what St. Louis has done.
I'm surprised Gallese didn't make All-Star game. I don't know.
Me too.
It should have been Gallese. I'm not gonna lie. But to be fair, when the All-Star game did happen, though, Orlando City they were like mid-table, so they weren't looked at. You know.
Yeah. Honestly, I want Pedro Gallese to win, but I think Berkey's gonna win it, and I don't think it's honestly because of superior play.
No.
If I'm being honest, I think it's strictly because just St. Louis is a new team, and because they did so good, that somebody has to, be responsible for them being so good, and they're gonna pin it on Berkey because he was very good. Don't get me wrong, and he's also a bigger name.
Player,
yeah, he's the biggest name. He came from a big team. He came from Bundesliga, so just for fame reasons and for like to be known more as a league, the MLS wants Berkey to win, so Berkey's gonna win. And I as much as I hate that kind of, but
I don't think he was goal of the year. I think Gallese did have a better year. Yeah. So yeah, all right. Sure.
Next, we got.
Moving
okay,
on.
So, do we want to do? Okay, I'm gonna save Young Player of the Year because my opinion on it relates to a different award. We have MLS Newcomer of the Year. We got Georgios Giacomakis from Atlanta, Edward Lowen from St. Louis City, and of course Lionel Messi from Miami.
Wait, what was the first name? I forget.
Georgios Giacomakis from Atlanta, the striker.
Oh, yeah, he should win it.
He
Yeah,
should.
I agree.
Realistically, I think it's probably gonna be Messi because
I don't even know why Messi was nominated. I'm gonna keep it real.
He was in for like 4 games.
because of the name. It's probably gonna be Messi. It should be Giacomakis. But
Honestly,
It
it'll
should
probably be
Giacomakis,
Messi.
but it's probably going to be Messi for the same reason that Berkey's probably going to win goalkeeper.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but that's
Which is stupid.
because
it is stupid. It should be Giacomakis.
but if we want the league to grow, we need the attention. So
yeah,
much as
they're
it
gonna pin
sucks,
it on Messi.
even then, let's give a shout out to Georgios Giacomakis. You are our newcomer of the year.
Even though I
Yes,
don't
sir.
like Atlanta,
Yes, even if we
hate
hate Atlanta, Giacomakis, we respect you.
we dislike Inter Miami more.
Yes, sir.
And then so next we got the MLS Coach of the Year. We have Bradley Carnell from St. Louis City, Wilfred Nancy from Columbus Crew, and Pat Noonan from Cincinnati. I don't know. I think the obvious one would be Pat Noonan because
I'm upset about this. I think Pereira should be in the mix.
I agree. I 100% agree.
It took Philly. I want to talk about this for a second though. It took Philly's coach 5 years to get them where they're at. 5 years. It took Pereira to get 2 seasons to get Orlando City to second. 2. All right. I just want to put that out there. They were one of the most dominant teams in the second half, and he completely rebuilt the team. And to not even be nominated is absurd. It's being second in the Supporter Shield. When comparing to how the team was 3 years ago, if you look at where we've placed in the playoffs in the past 5 years, it is absurd. We've placed 14th. We've placed like our ratio to playoffs to non-ratio is terrible. And this guy got us to second when most of the time we're fighting for that 8th spot. So
yeah, and in his first year, we made the playoffs for the first time.
Yeah, exactly. We made the playoffs first year, got eliminated first round, but now in the second year, getting second place, that doesn't happen a lot. You completely changed the team.
We won the first game.
Exactly.
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
exactly.
I personally,
I think.
Oh, sorry. You go first, Bobby.
I think Wilfred Nancy should win, just because I think that Columbus has a good team, but I think the way that you can just tell by the way they play and stuff like that, and their tactics is so well built around that team, it really makes them a really good team. And so that's why I'm going to vote for Wilfred Nancy as my coach of the year.
I'm iffy because obviously Pat Noonan, Cincinnati, points wise, best team in the league. I'm personally going to give it to Bradley Carnell. I think taking a team to the top of the conference in their first ever season of existing as a professional MLS team is just outstanding.
Yeah, I agree. I actually think there's something to be said about, like, you have to think, like, these players, it's not like he's a new coach on a team that's been here before. It's a new coach on a team that is brand new. None of the players have ever played with each other. I mean, maybe a few, like, barely.
Here
but
and there.
Like, the players have never played with each other. The coach has never been with these players, right?
Yes.
And it's a brand new team in a brand new league, and to come in and get first in your conference there's definitely something to be said. And honestly,
but not only get first though, but like break the record for like new coming team to get points wise.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't get me wrong. I definitely think he deserves the recognition, but I think we're all gonna have split votes here. I'm going Pat Noonan.
I'm going Nancy.
I'm going Carnell.
I think Columbus is one of the best coach team in the league. So.
And I'm only going to say Pat Noonan because of the fact, if I'm not mistaken, Cincinnati last year was dead last.
Yes, they were the worst team.
Yeah, exactly. The worst team. And this year they're dominant by, like, not even close. Season-wise, vast majority season-wise. I think now, like, it is kind of close. I've noticed that Cincinnati's kind of, like, towards the end, kind of, like, started trailing off a little bit. But, I mean, they kind of could have trailed off a little bit. Like, they were so far ahead, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
So it was... It's whatever, but I'll give it to Pat Noonan, from last to first, But honestly, all 3 coaches, I feel like they're good coaches. Honestly, though,
all four, because freaking Pereira should be in that conversation.
In my opinion, though, I'm taking Pereira. I would say sub out Columbus coach for Pereira. Sorry, Bobby, because that was your pick, but that's just my.
I just think, actually, it's kind of tough to tell.
I don't think Pereira should have won it, but I feel like he definitely should have been nominated.
I agree. He should have been a finalist.
So let's go ahead. We have the second to last award. Oh, no, we're gonna do the young player. Do you want
Oh,
to do
okay, yeah,
young player?
young player.
Young player of the
Yeah,
year first.
yeah, let's do young
MVP
player.
for last. I was saying this because one of the nominees for young player of the year is also nominees for MVP, and it's I think of it like NFL. Obviously, offensive player of the year may not be the same as MVP. So we got Thiago Almada of Atlanta United,
Mm-hmm.
Aiden Morris of Columbus Crew, and Duncan McGuire of Orlando City.
Yes, sir.
Realistically, my heart wants to say Duncan McGuire. I think all of our
Orlando
hearts,
runs on Duncan,
all
baby.
of our hearts want to say Duncan McGuire. But I think realistically, if he doesn't win MVP, he will win this award. Thiago Almada is going to win this award.
So okay, so 100% it's Thiago Almada.
Yes.
Like, there's no doubt
The
in
only
my
reason
mind
I
that's
say
Thiago
that
Almada.
it wouldn't be him is if that's offensive player of the year MVP type thing we talk about with NFL. If some odd chance he wins MVP, I think maybe there's a chance Duncan wins young player. But
judging by who's running for MVP,
I know that's why I'm saying it's gonna be Almada. This award's gonna go to Almada.
And honestly, it kind of sucks for Duncan because if you look at like his goal to game ratio and everything like that for his age, he played phenomenal.
Yes.
Phenomenal. And I rate him so highly, but what Almada wasn't just scoring goals. Like he was doing everything. And in fact, if it wasn't and in my opinion, Atlanta has nobody on that team except for Gaganuques. But Gaganuques, he wouldn't do anything without Almada.
Bro.
No, what do you mean, bro? Giannis Antetokounmpo is on Atlanta United.
I don't even know what
You know
he
what?
is, bro.
You know what? Thiago Almada is to Atlanta United what people say Messi is to Argentina. Anyways, MVP Luciano Acosta, I think is the winner.
Yeah, Acosta. Yeah.
Yeah, Acosta for MVP. Give me Bouanga, the Gabonese Aubameyang, bro.
I mean, he has actually done very well.
Yeah.
But I think he is more of a. I don't know. I don't think he's.
No,
I
I genuinely think Acosta is.
Yeah,
He's
Acosta. It's 100% Acosta. If it's not Acosta, I'll give each of you guys $100.
Contender for top goal scorer. Reece, put your hand out.
Reece, put your hand out.
Reece ain't even paying attention. You don't know what's going on.
Oh shoot.
Okay, so moving on from the MLS awards, for the most part, we kind of agreed on a lot of them. A few differences, but other than that, let's move on to the NFL. Finally, we're finally here to the NFL, guys. We're halfway through the season in fantasy and pretty much in the NFL as well. How are we feeling about fantasy wise? How are we feeling?
How are we feeling?
I'm gonna start this out. Because I'm feeling fantastic about fantasy football. I'm currently sitting top of the league at 6-2. The Desmond Ritter hate club is going strong and powerful. Yes, I do not have many players I started with. I traded away Josh Jacobs, James Cook, Justin Jefferson. I traded away. I think that's it. No, Darren Waller is another one. But I've made up some big pickups. DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift's the big one. Christian McCaffrey, obviously. That's
kind of skipped over that.
Yeah, my bad. The elephant in the room was ignored. Christian McCaffrey traded for. I think he's going to lead me to the playoffs, if not the later rounds of the playoffs. Once I make a few more trades. Yeah. Shout out to Jahmyr Gibbs as well. I won last week by 2 points, and Jahmyr Gibbs carried me. But thank you, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Not part of that same league.
Oh my goodness,
bro! I suck. I'm very bad.
Oh,
bro.
Please help. Reece help. Reece comes to me every week with his fantasy. He's like, dude, what did I do wrong? Because his lineup's not bad. He just gets absolutely just bent over and just destroyed.
No, because every week, I won last week. Riley Patterson got me 16 points. Amazing. I dropped 141, and I went against someone, and he dropped 101. He had Jared Goff.
So man finally does good, and the other player just.
I'm 3-5.
Are you
gonna turn around?
Do you think you're gonna make the playoffs?
I have time.
Okay,
I have time.
Good.
I'm in the middle.
Yeah, we're only halfway through
of my division.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of my division right now.
It's what week 15 is when playoffs start typically.
Yeah, I believe.
So I guess we're about halfway, maybe a little less than half now.
Yeah, guys. Honestly, like your odds, I think they're like probably just under 50%.
Well, the entirety. Let me just say the entirety of the other division is around 5 wins.
Jesus.
Oh, you have a 2-division league.
Yeah, I have 2 divisions. There's 5
Gotcha.
people in
Okay,
each division.
then yeah, no, you have a chance. Then yeah, no.
I have a chance, but it's gonna be. I have to win pretty much every game, and I'm going this week.
Yeah.
This week I go against someone who's 1-7. Next week I go against someone who's 7-1.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do. Hopefully
Yeah.
buys, man. Hopefully those bye weeks
Yeah.
really come in clutch.
I'm
for you.
gonna, no, it's not.
Hopefully. Go ahead.
He doesn't have a single buy that week. We're both using our starting lineup. I just need Geno Smith and Tyler Lockett and the rest of like Seattle to do well.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
kind of want to wait for Joe to come back. Like it
I'm
just
gonna go
It's
get a
okay.
drink real quick.
It's okay. We'll move on. So, I'll talk to you here, JJ. So, I think I'm in a pretty good spot. I feel like I'm a little worried with my team because my team, guys, it's good. It's loaded with players, but my players don't do anything. It's so annoying. Like I have besides Alvin
Inconsistent,
Kamara,
man.
who is my Lord and Savior. We have Bijan, who I just traded for, by the way. I just literally got him this week. But before that, I had Kenneth Walker, who he has had one game over 20 points, and it was a 30-point game. So honestly, he was just making me mad. So I traded him away.
Let it be
Jalen
known.
Waddle,
I just
who
want-
has been very good.
Can I take a quick pause real quick, Bobby?
Yeah, go ahead.
I offered the player that you traded Kenneth Walker to. After you did that, I offered him for Kenneth Walker. He rejected it, and I offered him the same trade that you got Bijan and Deontay Johnson. I offered him Godwin and Gibbs. Based off that last week, that would have been a better trade compared to the trade that he got with Walker. In that long term, maybe not. Like based off previous weeks, but the last 2 weeks, I think that would have been better for him. My trade would have been. I just think it's really funny because I feel like there's a common thing of I offer people trades and it's like, no, that's horrendous. That is dog. But then other people offer them the same trades for maybe possibly even worse. And it's like, man, sign me up. I'm taking that. It's just like, man.
All right. You keep
I
going.
feel like I'm in a good spot. I'm at 6-2 as well, at third in the league, which is stupid to me because I beat Gabe, so I should be above him. But whatever.
Your points, Bobby. Your points.
I know my points.
Horrendous.
My points are lower than his,
Yes.
but I beat him, so I feel like I should be. But it doesn't matter. Honestly, that's like the least of my worries. I just want to get top 2 because then it gives you a first round bye in the playoffs. So I just want to get top 2. That's all I'm worried about. I feel like I'm in a good spot. I feel like I can definitely get top 2. I like my team. I'm a little worried with my receivers. Feel like I have good running backs, but receivers are just at a premium right now.
I'll give
So
you.
besides Alvin
Godwin.
Kamara, who's the best running back.
You for Godwin.
Okay, I kind of want Godwin.
Let me get an RB, big dog. Let me get an RB.
Who do you want?
I'm joking. We'll figure it after.
No, right here, right now.
Right now.
Right here, right now.
All right.
You want Kareem Hunt? You want Kareem Hunt? How about Kareem Hunt?
Bob, isn't he on your bench?
Yeah, he's on the bench. But listen, Todd.
This is what I think. People are like, here, take this player that it's on my bench constantly that I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna use.
because I actually have a very good team. Okay, like bench wise, like I have Aaron Jones, Kareem Hunt, Jerry Jeudy, Brandon Ayuk, and Tank Dell on my bench.
Give him A-Chain too, then.
No balls.
Aiken.
No
first
balls.
of
You
all,
won't give me Aiken.
Oh, my
No,
fault.
because he's a Dolphins player. Honestly,
give me
I would
Aiken?
trade him if he weren't a Dolphins
If
player.
you give me Aiken, I'll give you Godwin. Easy.
Straight up.
Straight up, bro.
Yeah, but don't forget, he's also going to be injured for like another game, then has a bye, then he comes back. 3 weeks.
Yeah, but for playoffs, like the reason I'm keeping him is for playoffs.
All right. Well, when does trade deadline end for us?
15.
Isn't
I think.
11?
No.
11.
yeah.
Okay. So we have a couple weeks here. We'll
Yeah,
figure it out
honestly,
later.
I don't see myself making
Let's
more
just
trades.
go. Let's go to JJ real quick. With
Yeah.
how you think your
All right.
NFL is doing?
Bro, I'm just saying, I have the most points scored in the league right now.
Where are you sitting though?
Me? Alright, I'm 4th. But I was 6. I went up by 2 in the last one. And I have been, in the past 4 weeks, I've made top 3 4 times. So,
Hold on. Trade deadline is week 12. Just
Okay.
Week 12? Okay.
Gotcha.
So on top of that, though, I also have the 2 number 1 wide receivers, Tyreek Hill and AJ Brown, number 1 and 2. In my opinion, I just need Devontae Adams to pick it up. Once Devontae Adams picks it up, nothing stops him.
I'm sorry to tell you, I don't know if
A-Train.
that's gonna happen.
I don't know either, only because of a man named Jimmy.
No, he's benched.
For real?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's something else we got in a little bit later.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that gives me actually more hope, surprisingly. But I don't know. It kind of sucks. Low key, I'm trying to trade him, but I don't know what I should for it, to be honest. Because in my opinion, there aren't players that have the same amount of potential, but he's also not doing well.
Yeah.
So, like, I want to see if maybe Hunter will do a trade. That's who I'm trying to trade for right now with Bobby. I mentioned that earlier a little bit.
Oh, Bobby, no, bro. If you're gonna tell him that, tell Bobby the trade you offered Hunter.
No, we ain't gotta do all that
I'm
now.
gonna tell him.
No.
He
Go ahead.
offered Devontae Adams for Josh Jacobs and Garrett Wilson.
Wait, Devontae Adams for Josh Jacobs and Garrett Wilson?
Yes, both of them.
How would he ever accept that?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
That's why
don't
I
know.
said, Bobby, if you accept that,
But-
please
but-
say no, because that is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Never
know,
in a
man.
million years.
I'm just saying, you never know. He has a bunch of wide receivers, and James Conner's coming back soon, so maybe he's like, actually, you know what? I don't even need Josh Jacobs, and
Why would he?
Devontae Adams is an upgrade.
He's the
You know-
closest
you know
person
what
to
I've been
make the
wanting to
playoffs,
do?
I think.
Just like completely random. I'm a Dolphins fan, so I was thinking, and JJ, I was wondering if there was any way
No.
of getting my entire team Dolphins players,
So you want
like getting
Tyreek Hill.
Tua, getting Tyreek Hill, but I would literally trade away my entire team to do that.
I need to go pick up some Dolphins players real quick, man. Give me a second. I'm gonna go pick some.
So I was gonna get like the fourth.
Dude.
I'm gonna go get.
No, but I think that would just be hilarious.
I think honestly, as a joke, next season we should do something like that, where everybody has a team. Everyone is like a team, and you can only
Mm-hmm.
pick up all the players from that team.
Like including like the Dolphins defense and all
Yes.
the kicker.
You can
I would have
only,
to have-
you can only pick players from that team. Like we do something like that.
The only
Yeah,
the only
but-
problem I see with this is that I would have to, and like with the Dolphins is not so bad, but like some teams, for example, you have to have 2 running backs from that team.
Yeah.
And like sometimes they don't use 2 running backs often. But what is nice though, like if like they have like a workhorse running back and then they have like a goal line running back, you'd be getting all the points. So you'd be getting all like the rushing yards from that quarterback. But then like if they get subbed out and then the other player scores a touchdown,
Yeah.
then you get their points too. So
I feel like
I think that would
the
be
Bills
fun.
a
Just
great
like,
option.
for like a little like small league, you know,
Yeah.
that'd be fun.
I feel like
Man,
Bills would low-key be OP.
Bobby shut down my funny fantasy ideas next season, man. I'm so sad.
I'm just saying we could have a main league and then we should have like a sub
we
league.
had reverse fantasy where every week you have to do like players that actually play, like players that actually see snaps. You have to get the lowest amount of points every single week.
I feel like that's so easy. Like I
But
feel like
it
I
has
could
to-
so
it has to be
easily
players
just
that
win that.
have to play. You can't put like, oh, I want to put this injured player. It has to be like, so like you would have to play like at least the third string wide receiver, and if not above, you can't go like like keep someone underneath. Or the other idea was like imperialism, where like if you win against a team, you take that the other player has to trade you their best player. They don't even get a choice. You just take their best
Oh,
player.
dude, that would be fun. That would be fun.
So that's
Like a secondary league
Yeah.
for sure. These are just kind of some ideas that we randomly come up with. But yeah, I think that'd be fun. But anyways, I kind of want to pivot here into a game that I have for you guys. I have a game for everybody
Ooh.
today.
Oh,
Yeah,
Reece,
it's fun.
this is
Reece
your
gonna get
first game.
involved.
This is your first
Exactly.
game that you've been here for.
Let's
Alright,
go.
I'm excited now.
It's more of like it creates a talking point too. So it's gonna be. I have right here in front of me. I have currently the last 30 days, the most traded players by
Yeah.
percentage, top 10, right?
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna go from 10 up, from like the 10th most traded player all the way up to number 1, and I want you guys to give me a buy, a hold, or a sell for fantasy football for redraft leagues.
For every single player, we're saying one.
For every player, and we're gonna go one at a time, and you guys are gonna kind of talk about it and explain
Okay.
why you believe the way you do. And if it's
Gotcha.
all consensus, it's all consensus. And if not, maybe there's some debate. There's some good debates. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say the first player, and
Are
then
we starting
I'm
from
just gonna
starting
say
from 1 or are we starting from 10?
I feel like
we're
we
starting
start
from 10.
Okay.
Starting
Okay.
from 10.
Good,
And then
good.
I'm gonna go person by person as to what you guys think. So number 10 is Justin Jefferson. The 10th most traded player in fantasy leagues is Justin Jefferson.
So
So let's start with Joe. Yep, you're saying sell.
Sell.
Why do you say that?
I do not think any Vikings receiver is going to do good now that Kirk Cousins is gone. Yes, they got Dobbs at the deadline. I just do not think him and Kirk Cousins are at the same level. The same, like, it's going to take a while for, chemistry, all that. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? It's going to take a while
Yeah.
for that. And I do not think that by the time that happens, it's going to be, so let's say, like, you get him now, right? You're a team pushing for playoffs. I think you get him now. They don't have a good couple games. They start clicking around the fantasy football playoff time. But you're not in there because when you needed them to get you to the playoffs, they weren't able to fulfill that. And I'm glad that at the time that I did, I was able to sort of like I traded away Justin Jefferson. You guys know I was like, oh, I'm not gonna
I mean,
trade him
didn't you
away.
get him for Christian
Christian
McCaffrey?
McCaffrey, yes, that's why I'm glad I did at the time because like, yeah, I personally would sell Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know why Good did that trade. I'm not gonna lie. That
Me either.
was an L trade on his part. Big L.
Yeah, Dave,
And
what do you think?
here's my opinion.
Buy, sell, or hold. What is your stance?
I feel like it depends on where you are in the table. Okay?
Okay.
I feel like if you're low in the table, like or below like the playoff line, sell him. Try and get some profit off of him. Because by the time he comes back, you're not in playoffs. You know? Sell him to a player that's already above the line. You know, that like, you know, obviously it would be bettering their team, but that's not gonna matter if you don't make the playoffs. So like,
Yeah.
you know, that's just my take. And now if you're above the line, then in my opinion, if you're above the line, like you're chilling. Like let's say you're first, but you're still winning. Like you're still winning all your games, and you have Justin Jefferson. Don't trade him. No, he can still come back and do good, but like that's just my take at least. You know, like if you're chilling, you're already winning. He could come back and become wide receiver 1 again. You know,
Okay.
it's possible.
Yeah, Reese, what's your stance on this?
I'm honestly gonna stick with a hold right now.
Okay.
I feel like
If you had to
Dobbs-
lean one way or the other, you're saying hold, but if you leaned one way, would you rather sell or would you rather buy?
I would hold and then sell.
Okay.
I feel like Dobbs has potential over in Minnesota. Not like Joe said, he's not gonna be Kirk Cousins, but he's gonna go over there. He played well for the Cardinals. Came out there. I think he's 1,600 yards right now. Let me look. He's at 1,569 right now, just above Joe Burrow in passing yards. Of course, Burrow had those few games. But I feel like there's potential there. He's not a bad quarterback. Jefferson knows what to do. He's a top. I don't even know where he'd be placed right now. Probably top 5 overall wide receiver in the league right now. So I feel like there
Healthy,
should.
top 3.
Yeah. So even if Dobbs is throwing bad passes, pulling Garoppolo, I feel like Jefferson has more of a chance to get to the ball. So I feel
Okay.
like he'll still be able to make those
Yeah.
complete passes.
That's fair.
Okay. So moving on now to the 9th most traded player, we have DK Metcalf, which is kind of surprising to me that he's on the most traded players list. But anyways, let's start backwards order this time. Reese, why don't you go ahead?
I actually had a trade. Someone was trying to give me DK Metcalf earlier in the year.
Oh,
I'm
me
glad I
too.
didn't take it. I'd honestly say sell. You're not going to be
Really?
able to get much from Metcalf right now, so it'd be more of a hold sell probably because nobody's going to want Metcalf. It's obvious that he's wide receiver 2. Lockett is definitely getting targeted more, especially seeing last game. His fantasy points have been below 10. From what I've seen, his fantasy points in my league have been below 10 for most of his games. So it's been a struggle for him. And when he does get targeted, he's got full coverage on him, and he's not able to.
Yeah. My turn. It's my opinion now. Okay, so I'm gonna say sell him. Actually, I'm gonna
I'm looking at
say
his stats right now. He's got less than 100 yards in every game except for one against the Panthers.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I would also say sell him. And don't get me wrong. I like DK, but like even at the beginning of the season, I probably would have said like if you have him, get value for him. The Seattle. I almost said Sounders. The Seahawks. They're one of those teams. They have 2 receivers, so no matter what happens, he's gonna be splitting the points in half. You know. So in my opinion, there's this other better elite wide receiver ones, and in my opinion, Lockett, especially has been getting a lot more targets, a lot more, and like I feel like that should have been expected though, seeing as what happened last year. Lockett even last year, in my opinion, did better. Which honestly, in my opinion, if I'm Metcalf, I would, because Metcalf, he's a really good receiver. He's got speed, he's got the handling. Honestly,
He's a big dude.
yeah, exactly. Like
He's humongous.
he's got it all, in my opinion. And I honestly, in my opinion, the Seahawks could utilize him a little bit more in that regard. But so in my opinion, if I were Metcalf, I'd low key even want to get traded. And
Well,
maybe that's just me.
That's quite the take. Quite the
Maybe.
take, Joe. What are you
Um,
feeling?
So I don't know. I'm not. Well, also like it depends because let me look at his like. Let's say you were to get Metcalf now, right? And he gets back.
I will say he's valued at the wide receiver 19 right now.
But in our league it says player rank number 44 in our on our app. Even
Yeah,
looking at
we play on sleeper. Yeah.
let's look at the playoffs, right?
Mhm.
I would say 2 of his 3 playoff games that you would have if you made it best case scenario, make it to the finals. You have Tennessee in the semis and Pittsburgh in the finals, right? Because it's 16-17, right? Or is it 16-17-18 for the playoffs?
I think it's 16, 17, 18. It's semis,
Hold on, let me see.
quarter semis, finals.
No, week 17 is the finals in this league.
Mhm.
But that's saying I think if you're like if you can get him for cheaper, obviously you're not going to give up like a top 10 wide
Yeah.
receiver.
Justin Jefferson for
If you can get him under the radar and stash him away for those games where it's more than likely he's going to have a good game against Pittsburgh or like Tennessee, stash him there, and you're like he could. I'm not saying he will. He could potentially help you get to those games. I think
Mhm.
if you're in a spot where you can, maybe buy him. Like buy him if you can stash him away. If you have enough depth to where it's like, oh, him performing good right now isn't going to kill your season, buy him. Yes, JJ.
Oh, I mean, I also do agree because, in my opinion, I don't know. My opinion's always fluctuating, but I feel like he's also getting a lot of like targets, just not a lot of receptions.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a shame, you know.
looking
So
between him and Lockett, they both have the same amount of receptions. Lockett just doesn't go for yards after catching the ball. He more tries to keep
catching the ball.
himself.
Bro does
Yeah,
not
he tries to
yak
get.
at all.
No, he tries to keep himself safe so he doesn't get hurt, which I understand, but that also hurts him from Gino trying to throw the ball to him.
That's fair.
We worked. I feel like both of them worked much better under um Russell Wilson.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I know I'm mediator here, but I would say personally, I'm saying he's a buy. But that's just me. Next up, we have number 8 on the list, Aaron Jones.
So
What are we saying, Joe?
Sell.
You say sell?
no, I say so.
I think the
He looked
Packers
good.
are just such a depressing team to like. I don't think they're good, bro. I don't think they're good. Everyone was like, Jordan Love's finally gonna get his chance. The games where they needed him
Mhm.
to clutch up and perform well, he was absolutely abysmal. I think Aaron Jones is just on a team where it's like, yes, he might perform good, but just like around him, it's just like even if he gets 10 points, right, and it carries that team, that's still not gonna do good. He's not gonna. I just don't see Aaron Jones being fantastic based off like there. I would honestly, I would if I had him. I almost had him this season. I had a trade of Bobby where I was like, if Josh Jacobs doesn't drop 25 points or more this game, I'm going to trade him for Aaron Jones. He dropped 27, so he stayed for the week, and I traded him in the McCaffrey trade.
I'm pretty sure
I'm a sad boy.
I forget what week it was, but one week I'm pretty sure I dropped him for. I picked up Miles Sanders.
That's a mistake right there, buddy.
No, it was not. Miles Sanders has gotten more yards this season than.
Yes,
Aaron Jones has been hurt the entire year.
yeah, but also
Yeah.
Sanders lost
Well, no,
his spot to
well,
Chuba Hubbard. bro.
after Sanders hurt his groin and then hurt himself again and then hurt himself again, I dropped him
then
and picked up
also
Chuba Hubbard.
dropped the
But
ball.
Aaron Jones has 123 rushing yards this season.
He's only played in one full game.
I know that's an issue.
That's why you sell him. I'm not
he's
gonna risk that at all.
He's not even a sell. He's not even a sell. It's just a drop.
Drop him.
Yeah, just get rid of him. If you still have him on your team, I would just delete the app because
I have him on my team, Reece.
delete the app,
Man,
get rid of him.
Oh, why would I do that? I don't even care. I'm gonna voice my opinion on this one. Aaron Jones is a hold/buy 100%. He has been week 1 he was RB1. He was RB1 in the entire thing in week 1. He got injured at the end of the game, okay? And he hasn't played since. When he's fully healthy, yes, I see today 2-0 Columbus.
Okay.
Crazy. Anyways, as soon as Aaron Jones is 100% healthy, he's going to be that RB1 for Green Bay that we saw again, and he's going to, if not RB1 in the league, he's going to be an
He's
top
not going to
10
be. He's
running
not
back
going to be
for
RB1
the rest
in
of
the
the
league.
season.
Yeah, I don't think.
No. I'm not saying like entirely. I'm just saying like on a week per week basis, he's going to be top 10 for the rest of the year as soon as he's back 100% healthy. It's just a question of if. So for playoffs, I think he's going to be an amazing asset for you if you could buy him for incredibly low because nobody wants him at this point. I think Aaron Jones is 100% a buy. That's my opinion.
Honestly, I could also see that though because like of the fact that like the players who do want him, like obviously not you, because you like him, and obviously you see the potential. But like I see the point though. Honestly, me personally, I would sell him because I'd be so angry with him at this point that I would be like, get him off my team. But like at the same time, like I can see why someone would see the potential, and be like, damn, this guy's good. But at the same time, I feel like if you're struggling to fight for playoffs, he's not a player that you would want to
play for. No, I think he's for a person who's already contending, who kind of needs a running back later in the year, who can buy him and get a reliable running back for the last 4 weeks of the season.
In fact, maybe even give him, like, if somebody who's struggling for playoffs has him, wouldn't surprise me if that's one of their running backs, and you just give him a couple players on your bench, for Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones could
his value is so low right now that he's at such a low price that you could buy him for very cheap. Who I think Aaron Jones is a very good running back, and he's going to be a top 10 running back rest of the season when he's 100% healthy. That's just a question of if. Honestly, I think the Packers should have put him on IR. I don't know why. Like, he's been injured for more than 4 games, so he should have went on IR, taking some rest. He'd probably be back by now, but whatever.
Their season that's coming up too is not an easy season. That's why I don't see them doing well. They're going against the Rams this week, of course, and then they got Steelers, Chargers, Lions, Chiefs, Giants, Bucks, Panthers, Vikings, and and Bears. I feel like the Giants and the Bears are the only games where neither of them have a great run defense, and the Bears have a pretty good run defense.
Sounds like a win out for the Jets, to be honest.
Well, week 18, Chicago, that was who they played week 1, and he was RB1 in the entire
But week 18,
league,
doesn't matter.
Yep, that's past anyways. But then Minnesota, I can see him doing very well. That's finals. Okay, good. Carolina, obviously, I can see him doing very well. Tampa Bay, okay, Tampa Bay has a good run defense, but you never know. He's a good running back, so anything could happen. New York Giants, I see him doing really well.
He's gonna go well.
Kansas City doesn't have the craziest run defense, but it is Kansas City.
Yeah.
Detroit, maybe not, but still, that's more of a tough game. The Chargers, I can see him running all over the Chargers. Yeah, Pittsburgh, I can see him running over Pittsburgh, and the Rams, I guess. Maybe not the Rams, but he's still injured. He's still limited at practice, so
he's going to be limited probably for the next 2 weeks, is my guess. So he's going to start
if he comes back week 11, that's still playoff push for any player here. You know what I mean? So
maybe not the Packers.
Maybe not the Packers, but for fantasy reasons. Anyways, let's move on to number 7 on the list. We're only at 7.
Do we
want a player who I personally was very mad at, and that I traded away? Calvin Ridley. Who are we saying?
Sell.
What are you saying?
Actually,
sell.
Sell.
Sell just like how he doesn't get targeted.
Yeah, honestly, kind of sucks.
I'm just saying.
Targets.
I think he's a solid sell. He's not going to do good, and you can bet on that.
Yeah, honestly,
it's not even that he did well. Trevor Lawrence just does not look his way. At the game that I was at, I had a bet up for him to get, I think, all he needed was 43 pass yards. He didn't even hit 20. He was open. I could see him wide open.
He still thinks
he was not getting.
He still thinks he has those weeks off.
Trevor Lawrence trusts the play calling more. Yeah. Well, I think we know what Calvin Ridley is, so I think it's a sell.
Yeah. Honestly, from here on, we should try and go a little quicker, except for maybe the top 3.
Yeah. Okay,
So next up is James Cook.
James Cook.
What are we saying?
So
I would say so.
That is just a quick little thing. That is a pass happy offense. I do not see him being I don't know. I just don't think he has what it takes.
I don't think he's bad. Just Bills.
He's not bad.
So pass heavy.
Pass heavy. Just so it's the only thing.
Okay, fair enough. Number 5, and somebody I could see us talking about for a little bit, not too long, but decent amount. T. Higgins. What are we thinking?
As someone who sold him, I don't regret selling him.
Personally,
he's a sell.
I would honestly buy him.
Really?
He's got 218 yards this season.
But I think
he's been injured, and he played with a bad Joe Burrow the first few weeks.
I think the Bengals are at a point now where they're going to turn their season around. I think he will be a big part of that. So I personally would buy him.
Yeah, no, I would also like. Don't get me wrong. I sold him, right? I sold him, and I know in every single week he's done like pretty much nothing. But I think that because of that, he's also worth like pretty much nothing.
Yeah.
Like if any of you guys, like honestly, Joe, like you could probably like, get Higgins. You know, I don't know who you'd want to give up on your team, but like
I don't know.
like I feel like
I have
anyone,
actually already started trying to trade for Higgins recently.
Who's got him in our league, Mike? Is
Mike.
there?
Yeah, I traded. Yeah, Mike
Yeah.
gave me Lockett for him.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
I'm
So,
not
anyways,
in the trade as well.
moving on. I just think he's worth it. I mean, the offense is only going to get better from here on out, and you
I feel like
want
Jamar
his
Chase
best.
is too much of a.
Yeah, but
Not
it's
last
also
Wow,
Joe
dude.
Burrow. Like,
Yeah, but I mean, we saw that last year, and T Higgins still
yes, D.
top
Higgins popped
top
off last
15
year.
wide receivers. So, yeah. Next up, we have Javonte Williams.
Bye.
Okay.
If anybody but Ichi had him, I would trade for him. But because Ichi has him, and I know it's like we can't mess with Ichi, I know it's no point in trying to trade for him. But if
Yeah,
like, I could,
That's how I feel about DJ Moore.
I was gonna trade Godwin for DJ Moore this last week.
Yeah.
Because
JJ, what
Godwin,
do you think?
Me personally, I don't know. Like in my opinion, I'm gonna have to say sell. And I only say that because we're getting to a point in the season now where I think the Broncos are gonna start realizing they don't really have a playoff shot, and they're probably just gonna start tanking. Logistically, like
tanking for
potentially only
tank
because
for
their
Caleb.
team really isn't that good. They need positions, so I wouldn't be surprised if they went for a high draft pick. In the long team of things, and overall, I could see the whole Broncos team just, even though they're already kind of on the down, but like that's just my take.
Okay, Reece?
I'd say bye. He's a good bench player.
Even
The
like
Broncos,
you could
they
flex.
have their bye week this week. So if you have a running back or a flex that needs a that's gonna be on bye, I feel like he'd be good for that. Or if a running back gets hurt, you're gonna be guaranteed almost to get some points.
Okay. Next up on this list, we have Chris Olave.
Ooh,
I mean, it's
It's a
tricky.
tough one.
Olave, he gets a lot of gets a lot of
It's good targets.
targets. I mean, but it's just like I don't know. I sell. I'm not big on their
bro,
pass
he's Chris
offense.
Olave.
Yeah, I'd say hold.
You know.
Mhm.
You're
Yeah,
right.
I'd say hold.
Put him in the cell. Hold on to him. See how
Yeah,
it goes.
I'm gonna be brief. I could see Saints like momentum starting to shift a little bit, and I could see Olave like getting more receptions, as a part of it. I don't know the schedule though, so
Okay. Now
I
we're
just
up to the
realized he was
top
getting
two most traded players in redraft leagues. At number 2, we have Tony Pollard.
Sell.
Ooh.
so
I'm just going based off last week alone. Dallas put up 30 points, right? Yes, not all of them came from. Well, it was 43, right? It was a high number.
Yeah.
They put up 43.
33 by half.
30, yes, they put up that much, and look how little he had of a role. He had in
Yeah, okay, but I also don't want to base it off that 100%
No,
though,
but even
because
the whole other part of the season, he's done nothing. He hasn't been the performer that you thought he was going to be based off of what we saw last year. He beat out Zeke
honestly,
for that spot. He hasn't kept that. If you were to put the Zeke and Tony Pollard, right, compared the Zeke of the Zeke that they let go, right, to the Tony Pollard that they kept this year, I would have kept Zeke from last year. And yes, Tony Pollard from last year is better, but he's not that. He's not the same as the player that they're getting this year. He just hasn't been the same guy.
I mean, looking at it too, though, that was his first ever and only 1,000-yard season that he's had. So I feel like he's once again just that's more of like a hold. Um, yeah, he doesn't have the momentum that he had last year, but he still got, I guess, what is it, 9 games to prove himself. Um, and even looking back, last year he had 193 attempts. He's only got 108 right now, so he's got time to prove himself on that. I don't think he's gonna have 1,000-yard season, but I feel like he would still have he could still hit 800, 900. I feel like he should be a hold or look to sell for something.
in my opinion, the only reason that I'm gonna say sell is because I feel like the Cowboys offense, especially in the past few weeks, compared to the team that they were at the beginning of the season, just hasn't been utilizing all their players. Like I feel like up until last week, CeeDee Lamb like really wasn't doing that well throughout the season. It's kind of unfortunate a little bit. Don't get me wrong, 44 points in a week. Was it 44 he got?
40, yeah, about 44, maybe like
Yeah.
maybe a little over 45.
I know it was over 40 definitely, and that is crazy. But at the same time, he's the only player that got something going for him, and in that game. But like you look at all the games, and the Cowboys, like who gets the points in that week, is always changing, and it's like I feel like they're not utilizing all their players in every game. Like compare that to a team. And actually, I don't know if I want to compare them to this team because they haven't done well the past few weeks. And that's San Fran. Where like San Fran when they were doing like amazing. What are they? 3 losses in a row now or 2?
To be fair,
they haven't won since
you can't tell me
since
Brock
Dallas.
Purdy wasn't concussed in that last game, bro. That man, he cleared concussion protocol. He should not have played. He should not have played.
I'm making 49ers hate club shirts. I say this every single time. I hate the 49ers with a passion. I think I hate them more than I hate the Cowboys. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. Well, now that we're moving on.
Okay, so the number 1 most traded player is Devontae Adams.
Oh, sell.
I tried to buy him earlier this year.
Sell.
Let me look at his stats real quick.
I just
I'm
think
gonna say hold.
Reece, not everything's about stats, right?
Yeah, I'm just looking at what he's done this year. At
No,
least,
I think most everything's
really
about
looked
stats.
at him.
at least for fantasy football, I think it's stats.
Yeah. I mean, he's had one good game this year, so it'd be a sell.
I
To
just
be fair, that one good game was 42 points.
I don't know,
Yeah,
it's
he had
just like,
172 yards on him, but
I don't know. He obviously has, Aiden McConnell now is going to be his quarterback, at least for this next week. He doesn't have Jimmy G. Jimmy G is probably
Jimmy Garbage should be his
Jimmy.
name.
Yeah, Jimmy G. More like Jimmy Jesus. Please give this man a better quarterback because he's not gonna give him what he needs. I'm selling him now. It's like, yes, it could go up, but I feel like it's more likely to just go even more down.
I don't know. You guys know, like, I'm trying to trade him. Obviously, I ain't lowballing these cheapskates. You heard the trade, guys.
Oh, Reece, you weren't here for the trade. You don't know the trade Jerry offered?
what is it?
He offered Devontae Adams for Josh Jacobs and Garrett Wilson.
You think he'll accept it?
No.
I like Holland, to be honest.
Who did you ask?
Hunter.
I don't know who Hunter is. I'm not gonna lie.
He was in the league last year.
That's okay.
Oh. Yeah, he'll accept it. I sent him a pretty bad trade last year, and he said yes.
He's not going to accept that, I think. Anyways, that's the end of our little game.
All right.
Our little buy-sell game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Good. Anyways, moving on from the game, how do we feel about some of these NFL trades that happened? The trade deadline just passed last night. We are filming this today after Halloween. So.
Is it okay if I pull up the NFL trades? Like,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I'm gonna
Actually, if you want, I could just kind of read out all the trades that happened, and we say if we like it or not.
Okay.
We'll go one by one.
Can I just talk
The
about
notable ones.
the
The
Commanders
notable.
right now?
Yeah.
Hey, go ahead.
No.
Sorry.
Sorry.
The Commanders they're going to be struggling a little bit.
What are they doing?
They're going to be struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't look at the trade deadlines. What they do?
Okay. Well.
Okay. I'll show you.
They traded a defensive end, and there was Chase Young and Montez Sweat.
They traded both defensive ends.
So
their defensive ends.
The Commanders traded Chase Young to the 49ers for a third round pick.
49ers released the Commanders. You have to remember Chase Young was the second overall.
Second overall pick.
Second overall. He was for a third rounder. They're adding to a defense that was already pretty fire. He's just gonna make it better.
Happy about that.
You have Chase Young and Nick Bosa running at you from both sides now, trying to sack you. I'm terrified if I'm a quarterback and going against 49ers now.
Yeah, I am very terrified.
Montez Sweat was third overall, right?
No, Montez Sweat was second round.
He wasn't completely high. I think Montez Sweat getting traded to the Bears does not, because he's in a contract year, right?
Yeah, he's in a contract here. But how do we feel about the Bears giving up a second-round pick for Montez Sweat when the Bears aren't even good? Why are they buying? I feel like they
Their
should be
defense
paying.
is not
Because
bad.
they think that they can push for like a lower playoff, if not like push for like a wild card spot. I want to say, I saw it was like a really, I don't know if this was just a satirical take, but it was the Bears trading for Montez Sweat makes them Super Bowl contenders, is what some page said, and I was like,
That's
who
crazy.
in their right mind is actually saying this?
Oh, Montez
That's
Sweat was
crazy.
number 26
Still, I don't
overall.
know. Trading,
Okay. I just think it's funny that Montez Sweat was like, I'm tired of losing, and then he go to the Bears. Not, I mean, it wasn't his choice, but I just think it's funny. Just went from losing to losing even more. So, but the Commanders getting a second-round pick out of that is very good, I think. But then they got fleeced for Jason.
I mean, they have a new coach and they have a new owner.
Yeah.
So I feel like this owner's not gonna play like
Mhm.
it's a fantasy football team, and he's gonna do it more like it's an actual football team with scouts and stuff.
Yes, that is how the NFL works. Glad we clarified.
The
So,
old owner
the
played it like it
Bills
was an
Reece
traded
NFL team,
always
for-
or
coming
a
in
fantasy
clutch
team.
for our NFL facts.
Yeah, the Bills traded for Rasul Douglas. They gave up a third-round pick.
I'm not too familiar with Rasul Douglas.
I
Yeah,
don't
I've
know.
never heard of him.
He played for the Packers.
I
I
know.
thought he was a pretty decent corner. He's not like Tre'Davious White level, but I think the Bills
I
really
mean,
needed to
yeah,
get a corner like that.
Considering
better
like
than
And
Gardner?
I think it was a good trade for them. Honestly, I like it. I'd give them like a B+ grade.
You putting him over Sauce
Bro,
Gardner?
what is your obsession
No.
with sauce?
No,
But I
everybody,
thought,
Why?
then it's an
we
L.
talk-
he wants to taste the sauce. Is what he wants to
we
do.
talk about a DB,
Nah,
a
bro.
corner.
I need
He
the
just
cheese
goes,
hat, man.
Is he sauce? Is he sauce though?
I
Like,
need the
bro.
cheese hat, bro.
No, okay. So actually, I saw something. Rasul Douglas, since coming into the league, I think like 2020, something like that. He has the most fourth quarter interceptions from any corner.
So that is clutch.
So,
That could be.
That's pretty clutch, if you ask me. I think Rasul Douglas, even when Tre'Davious White comes back, it's still going to be a serviceable corner for them.
100%.
And I think for right now, like they
think
need somebody to fill a role until
their
Tre'Davious White comes in, and
their
Rasul Douglas can be
defense
okay.
Is so injury ridden right now. I think that is
It
good for
is
them.
100%.
Obviously, it's good. It's gonna boost them. I can't say how good it is because I don't know Russell Douglas, like his stats and all that. I don't know how good he is as a player, but I don't see it
Mhm.
being a bad trade.
Yeah.
I mean,
Next
you're
up
talking
we
about
have-
the Bills, you know, so it's like, it should be fine.
Next up, we have Joshua Dobbs going to the Vikings.
I'm gonna be real.
W trade.
Once, what was it for?
Wasn't it? No, I'm not even gonna say. I'm not even sure.
Oh, it was for a 6th-round pick.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad.
That's a steal. That is a steal.
It's a steal, but I genuinely don't think that it's like, was it necessary? At this point, no. I think they should have just started tanking.
Yeah, honestly, I think the thing is they don't want to give up on their season, but even if they make the playoffs, Joshua Dobbs is not taking you to a Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Like
So,
they're more,
like,
most
he
likely
may
not gonna
take
make
you to like a 9-8. I could see them maybe going 9-8
But then
with Joshua Dobbs.
they could have waited. Yes, they're gonna have their first round pick, but if Josh Dobbs does perform well, they're not gonna get that higher up pick that they could use on the quarterback in the future. Because even when Kirk Cousins comes back, this is what was this his last year?
No, he said he wants to come back.
Yeah, but then that's so like I don't know. Josh Dobbs.
Yes, DJ.
All right, here's my take. In my opinion, if I'm the Cardinals, I'm not getting rid of Dobbs here. Like, okay, and like maybe it's just me. For the Vikings, I feel like that was a good trade because for the Vikings, Cousins just got injured. You know, they need a QB, right? But in my opinion, that's an out trade. In my opinion, Dobbs actually did good, judging by the fact that the Cardinals quite literally have nothing on their team except for an injured James Conner and a Hollywood Brown. And Hollywood Brown is mid, but Dobbs in half the games made him look actually pretty decent. You know? You know what I mean?
The rookie tight end looked like
he was good.
Yeah, he made him look like he was good.
So that's why I'm like I feel like Dobbs had potential, and for a team
I
that
actually
needs
like
to
Joshua
rebuild.
Dobbs.
No, I like Dobbs. I just don't think he's gonna be their long term answer. I don't think.
Now, I don't think a
he's-
long-term answer, but at the same time, I feel like he could have been an answer.
He's
And
28. He's 28 years old.
yeah,
7 years
and-
in the NFL. I just don't think that he's gonna be like.
listen. My take is that if the Cardinals want a chance at all in the next 5 years, they had a QB. That was one of the
Yeah, it's
positions.
Kyler Murray.
Oh yeah, that's true. He's coming back, isn't he?
This guy forgot Kyler Murray existed.
I mean, to be
I had him on
fair,
my fantasy team last year.
is what the new COD coming out soon? Is it already out?
COD comes
Uh,
out the 10th.
I mean, even when he
Kyler
comes
Murray's gonna
back,
fake his
Kyler
injury
Murray is
for a little bit
gonna
longer.
he's gonna be out a little bit longer once those first few weeks. So
Gonna go right back on the practice squad for a little bit.
The Jags traded for Ezra Cleveland. I don't know if you know who he is. He's a guard from the Vikings.
Evan Gardner, I don't
Defensive players,
want
I'm
him.
not gonna lie.
I think it's a pretty. I think it's an okay trade.
yeah, it's-
Ezra Cleveland, he's not bad. I mean,
Wait, what they
he's
they give away?
a 6th-round pick.
Yeah, no, honestly,
Yeah.
in
But
my
the
opinion,
thing is, Ezra Cleveland's on a like a contract year, so it's only for the season, and then they're gonna have to re-sign him anyways. So I don't think
I mean, looking.
I mean, but
I
it was
I
only
don't
for
think
a
they
sixth
needed a
round.
rental. Yeah, but they didn't need like a rental guard like this season. Like they're not. The Vikings think that they're contenders when I don't think they are. So I think that's maybe where the perspective comes in. They think that they can make a run this year, so they want to kind of, even if it's just a rental for the year to beef up their offensive line, they'll do that. Where me, I don't think it's necessary for them to do that unless they can keep Ezra Cleveland long term. In which case, it's not that bad because Ezra Cleveland is a pretty okay offensive
Better
lineman.
than
If I was
Sauce?
an NFL player and
What-
I
what
got
do you mean
traded
better
for a
than
6th-round
Sauce?
pick, I
Is
would
he-
just quit.
Bro, put sauce on the offensive line. Guarantee Myles Garrett kills that man. Shut up. We're talking about a lineman.
No.
So we also have the Lions trading for Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Honestly, in my opinion,
A
that's a dud
6th-round
trade.
pick, mind you. 6th-round pick.
Okay, for 6
Yeah,
round, yes.
that's a.
But
I
don't
think this
it
is an
was-
A+ deal.
I don't. I'm iffy. Just like looking at the Lions and their weapons. Amon-Ra, Laporta has
Yeah,
been phenomenal in
yeah.
his rookie year. You have Demont when he comes back. You have Jahmyr Gibbs, who I
Okay.
think is going to take a bigger role now, with based off the 2 weeks we have.
Mhm.
Yes, Demont's been injured.
Mhm.
I'm still a strong member of the Jahmyr Gibbs supporters. I want that
Naturally.
man to do good. It's just like I don't know if it's gonna
The
be
thing is,
hard.
besides Amon-Ra St. Brown, they don't have
Yeah.
like
Well,
any
they
big
have-
threats.
Why
they
does it hurt just
Williams.
picking up a wide receiver
They
too?
have James. They
And
have
Donovan
Jameson
Peoples-Jones
Williams.
is very. Well, he's had like 4 catches.
He's
I'm
been
just saying-
suspended for 6 games.
Okay.
I know, and since he's come back, he's only had like four catches.
I still think they.
I think
Not,
Donovan
not,
Peoples
not
is
that I'm
better.
hating on Jameson Williams. Not that I like Jameson Williams, and I think he can have a bigger role. But him and Donovan Peoples-Jones are very different wide receivers. Donovan Peoples-Jones is that deep threat who's going to go up and catch it. Right now, the Lions don't have any receiver like that. Josh
Well, they
Reynolds
have
isn't like
Laporta.
that. Even Amon-Ra. Yeah, but that's a tight end. That's different. That's totally different.
Yeah,
Laporta,
like,
Laporta's
Your tight
elite.
end's kind of. Yeah. But Amon-Ra St. Brown, he's not going to go up and get it. I mean, he can, but he's not that type of receiver, you know?
But,
Donovan
I mean,
Peoples-Jones is that go up and get it deep threat. You throw that fade up to him, you know what I mean? I think that's a good trade for the.
I feel like
the
that's a good
Lions.
trade. And even if they want to keep Williams in, they could put Donovan Peoples-Jones at the 3, and he could still be that deep threat. And no matter
Yeah.
they have 3 receivers. Like I feel like no matter where they put him, like he's a good receiver. So
Yeah, they need an outside receiver, and Donovan Peoples-Jones is going to do that. So
yeah, exactly. And honestly, I'm actually happy for Donovan Peoples-Jones because I like him, and I feel like he's
I like him too.
underutilized at other teams, and I feel like this could be a potential team to actually fully utilize him. So
Yeah.
I'm happy to see like that he's like getting some,
Yeah.
good team.
yeah, I agree. I like Donovan Peoples-Jones. So that's all like the big moves from the trade deadline
Yep.
for the most part. I think it was a pretty decent trade deadline. We've seen crazier ones in the past, but this one was pretty cool, pretty nice, pretty all right. Especially that Commander situation.
That's
Pretty.
Well,
Aw.
their defensive line is going to
Yeah.
be struggling a little bit.
They're gonna start. Shoot, I don't even know any funny players on that team.
Yeah, they're gonna start the tank.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Anyways.
I'm sorry, nothing.
I was gonna say Taylor.
Yeah. Anyways,
Heineke.
moving on.
Just hope
Moving
Forbes
on
doesn't
from
move
that.
up to the starting.
Oh. moving on from that, we have Tyreek Hill getting 1,000 yards in the season. Fastest player to ever do that.
Receiver.
I mean, they call him
Only
the
one
cheater
playing
for a reason.
after every match, he goes on Twitch and plays Fortnite. I
Well,
don't blame him.
So I do blame him. Fortnite's pretty bad. But
Honestly,
anyways, I think it's
funny.
pretty remarkable.
are
I
we not
think
gonna?
I mean,
honestly
Bobby,
at
we
this
have to play
point,
the new season though when it comes out. It's like the old.
yeah,
one.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
At least
yeah,
a
Yeah.
game. We have to play a game.
we do.
Yeah, we
Isn't it-
gotta run a game.
Come out Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eventually.
Friday
And-
comes out and it's.
Are we actually playing a
I
game?
got work.
I'm
Okay.
down. I
You don't got
work
work
I'll play a
rather than I
game,
go to
but
school, but you know
I get off at 6 p.m.
I get out
I
of
don't work.
school at 6.
I don't work for today.
I'm
That's a bet.
gonna try to work for it. Yeah, that's besides the point. We'll talk about this later.
Oh, we'll figure it out. Anyways,
Figure it out.
I think honestly at this point, Tyreek Hill is not an if, but a when does he break the receiving record and hit 2,000 yards?
I mean, we're
Honestly,
less than
we'll
halfway
take-
through.
Bold take, but I think he's gonna hit it.
No, we're pretty much halfway through because we're what 17.
One more game and we're halfway through.
He's not.
Yeah.
He's not gonna play like he's playing 17 games. No. He's
Oh
playing
yeah,
16
no, because
games.
they also have their bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
if he keeps this pace up, he's going to break it. It's just
Yeah,
yeah,
how fast.
sure.
And in my opinion, and I still think it's if, and the only reason I say that is because, if the Miami Dolphins start utilizing Jalen Waddle more,
I can see it.
and I say that because obviously right now Tyreek's our main guy, but I feel like this season compared to last season, Waddle has had like almost nothing in comparison. And I feel like if they simply just start going, like I could see them starting to shift a little more to Jalen Waddle in the second half. People are going to start covering up a lot more on Tyreek Hill, even though, I mean, it's going to be hard. I mean, it's fast, really fast, you know. But I could see a lot of teams are going to be like, oh, you know, they haven't really used him too much, you know. You know, we're not going to guard him too heavily. And then, bam, he's going to start hitting teams a lot more, you know. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like in that regard, they may start using Waddle more, and then that's going to cut down a little bit on the Tyreek Hill production. Sadly.
I mean, right now, Tyreek Hill is projected 2,100, like 2,152 yards right
Yeah.
now. In the next few games. I mean, the Dolphins. Well, the Dolphins' schedule.
He
play
has to go against Gardner.
I swear, if you
JJ
bring up sauce one more
Jesus.
time, I'm going to go to your house and like break into your room and just beat you up.
Just saying,
They
he
play
didn't
the
do
they
good
play the
last week.
Chiefs in I think it's Germany this week.
Yep.
That's gonna be a difficult game for both teams. I feel, especially if
Jet lag.
Patrick Mahomes isn't feeling great again, and he's gonna be in Germany. They go against the Raiders. Raiders, I feel like he's got a good chance of dropping 200 yards.
The Raiders.
That's
Because it's the Raiders. He's going against Sauce Gardner in 3 weeks. He's gonna
Probably won't do too
I think
easy.
he's gonna get 300 yards in that game. to be
easy
honest.
450. Easy 450
Honestly, I
that
see him
week.
getting 500 that game. If I'm being real with
Yeah.
you.
Commanders. You
He
know,
might
the
honestly
Commanders.
just get the other 1,000. To be honest.
No,
Has
what
anyone
is-
dropped 500 in a game?
No, nobody's ever.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He's gonna be the
Commander-
first to do
It's
it.
gonna be the first one.
Yeah. They're the first for everything. Commanders. They're gonna, knowing the Commanders, they're gonna be like, oh, let's put Forbes on Tyreek Hill. I'm sure he's got him. That's gonna be
You're right,
200
you're
right there. Titans don't have a great defense this year. They go
Yeah.
against the Jets again. Another 750.
Another Gardner.
Honestly, playing the Jets twice at this point in the year, he's probably gonna get another 2,000 yards. Jeez, this guy's about to break 3,000 in a season.
Guys.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Guys. I'm just saying, when he starts putting up production like Gardner, we can talk.
All
I
right,
feel like-
all right, pal. All right. You know, speaking of the Raiders' bad defense, just really quick. You know, Josh McDaniels was fired as well as the GM.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
That is.
Yeah.
I was really
Do you
confused.
think?
It's about time.
I was watching One Piece at 1 a.m. as I typically do, and I was like in my half, I'm like, what? The Raiders fired their coach? It's 1 a.m. And I realized time zones exist. And I was like, oh, they're like a couple hours behind us. That makes kind of sense then. But it was kind of coming, just like, I'm not gonna say all their problems will be fixed because of the coach being gone, but he was bad. He was.
Yeah.
The interim coach, I want to add really quick. The interim coach is actually a former player.
I think
And I
former
think-
players
I think
have a tendency.
former players have like a pretty good chance. I think I want to see more former players becoming head coaches, just because
like
like
in Madden.
they know what it's like.
All boys.
It's like in Madden when you do a coach career, you get the
Mhm.
option to be like player focused, former player. The background, it's like
Yeah.
it adds the buffs in real life. You think it's made
Yeah.
up for the game, but no, it's a real thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
yeah.
like, you got
They know what the players need to be successful.
McDaniels. I feel like was a better coordinator.
He wasn't. I don't think he was ready. You can tell when some people are meant to be coordinators and when they're meant to be
Head coaches.
Like, well, who was it? I'm thinking of
Nathaniel Hackett.
Matt Patricia.
Oh, that too.
He was
Yeah.
he was
I
pretty
think
good.
Nathaniel Hackett as well.
Yes, both of them. Matt Patricia was good for the Patriots. Obviously, he took over the
Mhm.
Lions. Head coach. I'm pretty sure the head
And-
coach of the Lions. Horrible. They had a horrible season, and then Dan Campbell took over, and it was like, brought him back. I just think. I think if he does
Because
get another
honestly,
chance,
I'm not gonna lie. I think being a head coach is more about being able to get the most out of your players and motivating your players and getting the players to rally behind you than being a good play caller. I think being a good play caller should be mostly your coordinators, and then just being able to be a good like motivational piece for your players is the biggest part about being a head coach.
In my opinion, and I agree, and especially in football, in my opinion, I feel like in football, being a good head coach is like the biggest piece on the field. And I say that because in other sports, you don't see players talk to their coaches as much, and that's simply because players are always coming on and off the field in football, So in order to get a player to keep their head in the game in such a physical and contact sport, it's difficult, and you need a coach who can not only lead the team, but like motivate the team. Not a lot of coaches can do that these days. It's not easy,
Yeah, and support the coach too. Like you'll see like a lot of like dilemmas between coaches and players, and that just creates a divide.
Yeah.
And that hurts your team a lot. So if you're able to, as a head coach, get your team to rally behind you, like something I just saw recently, like Mike McDaniel, the coach for the Dolphins, there was a clip, like a mic'd up clip of two players, Braxton Berrios and Mike White, talking about like how great of a coach and how smart Mike McDaniel is, right? So they love the coach. Like they said, I love that guy. And there was also a tweet a few weeks ago of Blake Ferguson, I think it was, just saying I would die for Mike McDaniel. Like that team loves the coach, and I think that is much more important than Mike McDaniel having better play calls. I think you can, as a head coach, even if you don't have the best play calls, you can get around that by being an amazing person to your team and your team loving you, because your coordinators can make up for that lack of play calling that you have as a head coach. They can help you a lot more.
If you respect your coach, you're going to play better.
Exactly.
A team that does not respect their coach is obviously the Patriots, with Bill Belichick, who does not respect his teammates. There's many clips out there of him just absolutely hating Mac Jones, and Mac Jones does some dumb things, but I haven't seen a single good thing since Tom Brady left.
I think Mac Jones is a dirty player. I do not care.
I'm thinking Zach Wilson.
That's how I feel about Josh Allen.
Josh Allen plays out there like he's a basketball player. Josh Allen is the LeBron James of football.
Think Josh Allen's a dirty player. I just think he's just like
what?
Josh Allen gets slightly tapped and he's on the floor injured.
You're thinking of Patrick Mahomes, my guy. You're thinking of Pat
Mahomes. No, there is Josh Allen flop compilations.
He does.
He flops all the time. He gets slightly tapped and he's looking for the flag immediately.
Yeah, but he's also not really clutch like LeBron,
Well, I'm saying more of the flop part.
Like you don't really get the buzzer beater out of Josh Allen, Like,
Josh Allen's gonna look more for.
He reminds me of a penguin, weirdly.
Josh Allen or LeBron James?
Wait, hold up,
Allen.
I don't mean to interrupt this. Can we just take a second on Sleeper? I just want to acknowledge what they did for Halloween. Some of the funny things they have. Just like I don't know if you noticed, Jalen Waddle is a penguin from Club Penguin.
Is a penguin?
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
You have Pat, and then the two funniest ones, him and then Pat Mahomes is Kermit the Frog.
Kermit, yeah.
I think that's pretty funny that they did.
There was another one that I
Tyreek Hill
thought
had
that
a
was hilarious.
Beam of
Bijan.
Bijan was Dijon. Mustard.
Yeah,
Um,
he's on mustard sin.
I don't know. I thought those were funny.
There was a few, man.
McCaffrey
I
had
remember-
like.
Oh
gangster
no,
hat
and
on.
this one right here. Puka
Oh,
Nakua.
Puka, yeah.
Pikachu just.
I was
That
forgetting
one
about
was
Puka, man.
That's a good one.
That was the one I was looking for. Yeah, that one was pretty funny.
It would funny if they made like Cooper Cup like a mug or something.
Oh, they should have.
Low-key.
Yeah, they should.
Alright.
Moving on, JJ.
Oh,
It's time. It's your time.
Oh, shoot,
It's
yeah.
our
JJ's-
time.
JJ's weekly thing of JJ's
Gamble
bets
of the week,
gamble
baby.
Of the
Let's go.
week.
Yeah.
I feel like
we not following.
if we
All
ever
right.
get
Make
like
a song for JJ's Gamble of the
not
week.
even that, if we ever get like the stuff for it, put like animation going across like
Yeah,
transition JJ's gamble of the week.
for sure.
It'll happen
alright,
eventually.
boys.
I don't know when.
Alright, here, let me just put money into the account real quickly.
But you used all the 500.
Oh shoot.
No. I took the 500 out.
Okay.
I was about to say. Wait, I got a question. Though. I got a
Easy,
question.
easy.
Because
Yeah,
I want to
what's
ask
going
if it works. Is there a minimum that you have to take out?
Take out. What do you mean?
Like if you're depositing it into or withdrawing it from Sleeper, is there a minimum that you need?
I took all out. I just took all 500 out. I'm not gonna lie, and there was no taxes either.
Let's just say I got 30 of that for JJ being dumb.
Yeah. Did you ever end up buying any of those games?
Which games?
You were like saying that you're gonna buy like 3 different games.
Oh, so no. The following day on my drive to work, my right passenger side mirror fell off, so I had to use the money for that, and I used the money to buy my ticket to FNAF. So, and Subway. I used 3 things.
All right, boys. Let me know.
Are
Let me know what you guys want to do.
Are we going with the we pick, or are you giving yours?
No. You guys pick. You guys
Oh,
pick.
how much are you putting in here? How much are you putting?
Me, I'm putting. Dude, should I put in 10 or 5?
Five, please, 5.
Put it
Alright,
in
5.
45.
All right, here. I'll put in 5. If it loses, I'll put in.
Let's get our app open, boys.
All
App
right.
open.
So
No, you guys do your 5, and then I'm gonna do my own, like for another 5, like type of
okay.
thing. You know?
How are we gonna do this? Are we gonna?
Yeah, how we doing this? I
I
thought
said go-
JJ, I thought we were picking it for you.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
are we,
you
we-
are.
How many are we each hitting 2? We hitting 2, right?
Oh wait, okay. So I think it's a maximum of 8, right? So
Okay.
here's what we'll do. We'll start off everyone getting 2. We'll end up with 6, and then we'll have 2 people,
A consensus
whoever we want,
Yeah.
or we could do
Yeah.
kind of what we did last week. 2 people pick, and then 1 person overrules. Up to you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
If we
Or
get to
what
the
we
end,
can
you
do
guys
actually-
decide.
It can work like this. JJ, you pick 2. Joe picks 2. I pick 2, and Reece picks 2. That's 8.
Yeah, because I'm here this time.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that's right, you
gonna.
are here.
Can I go? Can I go first?
Yeah, go for
Go ahead,
it.
Joe.
All right.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna stick with Bobby this time. Do not touch this one, okay? Give me
Okay.
Travis Kelce anytime touchdown.
Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown.
Anytime touchdown.
Yeah, where he at? Where he at?
All right, I got him up. I'm just saying, one of you guys should do the bet with me. So if I'm losing, I'm not.
Yeah, I'll do it. With, yeah, I'll do it. With you.
You guys got that.
You can change it though. I'm keeping in mind though due to the podcast.
Right
I'm
together.
gonna keep it 2.
Ride together.
Oh, well, I gotta
Alright.
go with. I can't have my camera on
Yeah,
for
wait.
this because I can't see it. Hold on.
Anyway, so
Okay, I'll go next.
we're each picking 2, but we'll just go 1 at a time round. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that way it's not like Okay.
Let me go next. Let me go next.
All right, bet.
Be nice. Be nice. Okay, I'm gonna have to go with. I think with the return of Will Levis, I want DeAndre Hopkins over on receiving yards, 52.5.
How was his toe though? He was dealing with the toe.
How was his
before
toe?
the
Yeah, he was
game.
questionable.
Yeah, if he's injured, he won't. It'll be voided. So it
Okay.
It'll be voided, and then what I'll do is I'll just replace that with 1 player.
Oh, that's a Thursday.
Alright.
That's tomorrow game too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Respect that. Okay. And
Um,
then yeah.
Wait, what was yours?
He has DeAndre Hopkins over
52.5.
52.5.
I'm going with this as well. I'm doing the same one as well. I got you. I'm gonna go with Alvin Kamara anytime touchdown.
Okay, I'm not
Guys.
gonna lie. I bet on Alvin Kamara so much, and every single time, like I remember. Okay, remember his Thursday night game against the
Mhm.
Jags? I bet it on that game. It was $10 for a 920 outcome, I needed him to get a touchdown. That's all I needed. Christian Kirk got his touchdown. I needed to get his touchdown. I don't know if you guys saw the highlights or not, but he was 1 yard short of a touchdown, and I would have been $920.
I don't like betting. I don't like betting on Thursday night games. Thursday night players do not play well. Same with players in Germany. They tend to not do
Players in
great
Germany.
because it's.
Here
I've
we-
never even seen anybody play in Germany.
They're
I
not
gotta find
German,
them,
but like, anything in Europe.
I don't.
But
I
Alvin Kamara's got potential this week. They're going against the Bears. He's coming off of a week of an insane week, 30 fantasy points.
Yeah,
I
no,
feel like he's got it.
Again.
that's fair.
Bobby was happy.
What?
All right. Oh, it's
Kamara
my
too.
turn. It's my turn. Let's see here. Who's hot? Who's hot?
I am.
Okay.
Anyway,
Let's see here now. I gotta think. I haven't thought about it this far.
Go with the kicker.
Go what?
A kicker.
Okay, moving on. All right. Yes.
7.5.
All right. Who's good here? Okay. How do you guys think Philly's gonna do against the Cowboys?
I don't know.
I'm not. No matter what, I'm not putting anything on that game. That's a.
Yeah, it's a
I
shaky
think
game.
that's too hard.
Tough
to,
game, yeah. Tough game.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of these games are low key tough.
Yeah, it's a bad week.
It is low key a bad week, and honestly, I'm thinking about Mark Andrews for a touchdown.
Who are they going against?
The Seahawks.
I can see that.
So maybe I'm not 100% on it though. Here, wait, let me go back to the top, low key. Honestly, I may just go with a safe bet and bet on Tyreek Hill for a touchdown.
Oh, can you do defensive players? Wait a second.
No.
Yeah, you
Oh yeah, no. Look, T.J. Watt. You can project him to get a sack.
Ooh, let me hit some.
There's
defensive
some.
players real quick.
So JJ, what are you doing? What's yours?
Okay, and I want you guys to tell me how I feel because it's a really weird week for betting. Tyreek Hill for a touchdown. He's going against the Chiefs, though.
I think
I think he's
And
gonna get it
Germany.
only because it's his former team. Like I feel like
Yeah,
it's just
he's
too poetic.
gonna
The
have
NFL
that.
script is gonna make him get a touchdown.
No, that's right. That's right. All right, I got Tyreek Hill going for a touchdown, and he's gotten a touchdown in the past 4 games, probably more. I don't know. I don't think that's me see 4 games.
Past 5 games, he's only had 1 game, or I think he's only had 1 game this season that
Aw.
wasn't.
there's no Miles Garrett on here. Darn.
Darn.
Oh, I have mine ready.
Yeah,
Alright.
Bobby, go to Bobby. I'm still.
All right, bet.
I'm actually JJ. I was glad you didn't take it because I want to take Mark Andrews touchdown.
Oh,
Dang,
Yeah,
everyone
no,
loving
you
my
won't,
idea,
no.
you know. All right,
that's my 2 down.
Joe, do you want to go back to you, or do you want to see if
Um,
Reese wants to go now?
Reese, do you want to go or do you want me to?
hold on, I'm trying to find.
All right, I'll take my. I want
one.
to take. Surprising. I kind
Hey,
of want to
Wiener.
go with Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown. I think, especially because the rookie quarterback, I don't think they're going to be that comfortable with the pass game. In the games you saw with Aiden McConnell, we've seen Josh Jacobs be one of his go-to guys with the
Okay.
short pass. I think one of those there's a chance for one of those, I guess, especially against the Giants, one of those to break and go for a touchdown. He can rush for a touchdown. I think that's sort of like it's likely that he gets that some sort of touchdown in this game.
That's fair.
Hold on, I
That's
just saw mine. Hold on, give me a second.
Against the Giants
Um,
too. Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I gotta search it.
Oh no.
Oh, that man's really searching.
So I'm gonna go with.
Dang, I'm doing my potty dance now, man.
We're almost done. Don't worry.
I'm gonna hit Jamar Chase with.
Jamar Chase.
Actually, wait. Can I change one of mine real quick?
I'm gonna go with above 86 and a
after.
half yards.
Jamar Chase
Oh,
above
that's
80.
the one that's not gonna hit.
It can't be any. Listen, this can't be any
Going
worse
against
than when Bobby and I
Buffalo.
did it before.
Yeah.
I'm looking. Well, I'm between 2 of those. Either that or anytime touchdown.
Honestly, it's up to you. I'm fine with
That's
either.
just-
I mean, he dropped 100 against San Fran. I could see him dropping 86 on Buffalo. But
But
It's
he
up
was
to-
also it was against San Fran with no
Yeah.
Nick Bosa. No
Yeah,
Nick
exactly.
Bosa plays.
Think about it.
Yeah,
Like,
pretty much.
There's also now Chase Young and Nick Bosa. I
I'm
don't know.
gonna
if you're
switch.
I'm just
Well,
saying.
that doesn't matter for this
I know.
one.
I don't know.
I might actually. How's Buffalo's pass defense
Pass
looking this season?
defense.
Well, they just got commander stuff.
No, he didn't.
They got
No, they didn't.
Russell Douglas.
Those are
Oh, wait.
40.
They got Russell Douglas. Buffalo did.
Packers did.
Oh. I don't. It's not. I mean, it's obviously it's weaker because they got so many injuries, but it's not bad.
Because I'm between that and going under on the 7.5 receptions.
Oh, an under. We haven't had an under in a long time.
Actually, I think I'm just gonna switch up entirely. I'm not gonna run with that. That's too risky for both of those.
Bro.
Okay.
Oh, I think I know which one I want to do.
JJ, you go for yours. I'm gonna still think. on
Okay,
this one.
so I'm tied between two, so I want to let you guys like all right, and I'm thinking Dalton Kincaid going for over 38.5,
That was one I was leaning towards.
and he's gotten it in the past 2 games, but I mean obviously this game was going against the Bengals, but still he's gotten it in the past 2 games. Or where was it? Or I was thinking either or Ramondre Stevenson going for over 48.5 rushing yards, seeing as how the Commanders are kind of giving away their entire team.
I can
And
see it.
that one I'm a little shaky on because I feel like they've also been like giving Zeke more. But I don't know.
Honestly, I kind of like that.
Right?
Ramondre Stevenson. I
I
kind
would
of
say
like it. I don't know
I'm
why.
leaning the Ramondre Stevenson. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
All right, bet. Yeah, I'll run with that one.
I got
And-
mine.
What's
Oh
yours?
wait,
I'm going Jalen Waddle above 5.5 receptions.
Yes, my boy.
let me find it. Oh wait, that's the
Too
Germany.
soon.
All right, Jalen
Let
Waddle.
it be known. Reset. Players who play in Germany do not have good.
Yeah, but it's 5.5
You
receptions.
said
He's
over
had every,
5.5.
Yeah, we
yeah.
got
He's
3 people in that game.
every single time that he's played, he's gotten other than one time, he's been over 5.5.
Yeah, it just hasn't really
Can we take
the yardage.
What was the Ramondre Stevenson one?
Over on 48.5, I believe
Alright.
yards.
guys? I think we should take Austin Reeves over 1.5 3 points made.
Over who? Like who's Austin Reeves?
My bad. How about we let's do Malik Monk over under 20.5 points. How about that?
No.
Why can't I do basketball ones, man?
Bro, I tried to do college. All I needed was one person to do well, and I would have gotten like $400.
Why can't you bet on college football? Isn't that illegal?
It's the lineup. I don't know if
Let's
it's
go.
They're getting paid now. That's why they can have the fantasy
Oh,
game.
we'll put a picture of it on
Yeah,
screen.
put a picture.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But you guys are fine with this. We got Travis Kelce going for over 1 touchdown. D Hop
I'm putting
over
money in for it.
52. You got Kamara going for over a touchdown. Tyreek Hill for over a touchdown. Mark Andrews for over a touchdown. Josh Jacobs for over a touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson for over 48.5 yards. And Jalen Waddle for 6 receptions.
We need a lot of people to get touchdowns.
It's gonna be a
Yep, I feel like it's going to be a high-scoring week.
It's gonna be a high scoring week.
You know, it wasn't a high scoring week.
What was it, week 6?
Yeah, I don't remember what week it was. It was 2 weeks ago because it was the week that I went and got
Yeah.
absolutely obliterated by the sun.
Last week was week 7. I mean, this week was week 8. And then
I
last week
put the bet in $5 for.
$5 for 500.
You're
You're
have the other 5 to do my own.
Alrighty.
Alrighty. All right.
We're gonna end it with our usual. I didn't mean to take it from
Our
Bob.
predictions.
We're gonna hit it with the usual predictions. Just a little bit of
yes,
an
sir.
update.
Usual predictions.
After
Heck yeah, heck
last
yeah.
week, we've had some shifts in the rankings. I am currently sitting at 25 and 18. Gotta say,
Doggies.
the big ones that got me last week, I got the Panthers correct. I got the Cowboys correct. Titans as well. Stuff like that. All were like put me there. Bobby's 26 and 17. I am catching up to you, Bobby. I'm catching up.
Mm-hmm.
And JJ's 22 and 21.
Yeah, it's been rough.
And then of course we have Reese.
Still at 6 to 9
still at 6
because
to
he
9.
doesn't know how to send things in.
Did not send me the clips either week. The first week I gave him a bye. I was like, okay, got schoolwork. Second week I was waiting and never came, so we got spinning fish instead. But So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna start off with the Thursday night. Why do you have? Is that the creamsicle jersey for the Bucks?
Beautiful. Please tell me it's Baker
Who's
Mayfield.
on the back?
No, it's Freeman.
Oh,
Dang
it
it.
would have been funny if you had Baker Mayfield. Okay, so going ahead.
Anyways, week
Titans
one. Week one.
I'm going to take the Tennessee Titans.
Wait, we're not.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's right. We don't do
Titans versus
Thursday night.
Steelers.
No,
Wait, why
this-
wouldn't we
this
start
is-
with
this
the
This
German
is
game?
this is Thursday night.
Oh, that is Thursday night. Yeah, I don't know why I mixed
I'm
it
gonna
up.
take
All
the
right, keep
Titans.
going.
Okay. I'm going Steelers.
Steelers. All right, Reese.
Yo,
What are you going with?
we're looking at.
Titans Steelers.
I don't like the Steelers either. I'm a Titan.
Alrighty, and then JJ.
Yeah, my dog Mike.
I'm gonna
My
go
dog
with Bobby on Steelers.
Heck yeah,
Alright,
that's what
we
you
had
did for Mike.
Good to know I'm gonna lose now. I'm gonna lose this because the Reese went Steelers.
Okay.
No, okay. Dolphins
Oh.
Chiefs. I
Fins.
told this with Bobby earlier. I predict the Dolphins to win by a field goal in overtime. Give me the Dolphins.
Honestly, I feel like that's gonna be a good game, low key. But ooh, this could be a really high scoring game. Really high scoring game. But I'm gonna give it to Dolphins. I feel like they have more depth all around.
No
Chiefs do
way.
not.
Everybody's going with the Fins. Let's
That-
go.
Yeah, I'm going with Dolphins.
That way if
Who did that?
that way
Which sick bastard
that
did
was
that?
that was obviously Reese. Reese is on that. I'm saying that way if the Dolphins do lose, we all go down together. We got
Yeah.
the Vikings versus the Falcons. I genuinely don't know because you have Josh Dobbs coming in now.
Josh isn't playing this week. He's not
He's
playing
not-
this week.
give me the
They're
Falcons then.
playing
Give
the
me the
rookie. Yeah.
I'm taking the Falcons then.
I'm
I'm
taking the
also taking the
Falcons.
Falcons with Taylor Heineke. Heck yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I'll take the
Heineke,
Falcons.
y'all see Heineke's Halloween costume?
Oh,
I said
that was gonna be. I was debating going through
Deer in
like
headlights. Beautiful.
I was-
beautiful.
debating going
Titan.
through all like the athletes' costumes for Halloween, but it's gonna take too much work to put pictures up on the screen. So, let us know your favorite Halloween costume. Your favorite athlete Halloween costume in the comments. Let us know.
Of
I
course.
don't know.
It can be this Halloween.
Yeah.
It can be any Halloween. Let us know in the comments.
But
who your favorite
we're,
was.
let's keep it going.
I'm starting
Bears-
off this week.
Bears versus Saints.
Bears by 14.
Wait.
Bears. Wow.
Interesting.
Oh, okay. Bears versus Saints. Bears
Bears
versus
versus
Saints.
Saints.
I'm taking Saints.
I'm taking Saints.
I'm taking Saints.
Bears by 14.
I don't know by 14, but
14.
Bobby, please capitalize the
Touchdown.
first letter.
Okay. Rams versus Packers is the next game.
I think this is going to be a bounce back for the Rams. I just don't think the Packers have that oomph anymore. I don't think there's that. I don't know. Jordan Love has not been doing what they wanted, what they've expected from him. I just think give me the Rams.
honestly, I don't want to blame Jordan Love because I still do think Jordan Love is good.
I just
But
he's
the Packers just don't really have much. I'm taking the Rams.
when they needed him, he just hasn't done it.
I'm going
Alrighty.
with the Rams.
That's like saying, "Oh, we need you now," while there's a bullet flying at you.
I'm going Rams as well.
Okay.
A lot of 4-0. A lot of
Next
4-0.
we
Commanders versus Pats.
I'm iffy on this. I don't know because
it's gonna be an interesting game.
Wait, who
This
is
could-
it?
Commander versus Pats. Part of me
Oh.
wants to take the Pats because
The
trading
Commanders
away.
besides both of their
Listen,
defensive
as a
ends.
Jets fan, I can't take the Pats. I'm taking Commanders.
I agree.
I gotta go with
like-
Commanders.
I do hope that Stevenson does do good.
Joe.
Why are you taking away my vote? I said Washington.
He does
All
not
right,
wanna be-
I'm riding the wave. I'm going with the Commanders.
Yes.
If we're wrong, we're all wrong together.
Yeah.
Oh, we got
That's a good
Seahawks
idea.
and Ravens next game.
Seahawks, 100% Seahawks.
Give me
I don't care what
Ravens.
you guys say.
Give me your Ravens, bro.
I see. The thing is, I hate the Ravens, but I haven't.
You have to respect Lamar, bro. Lamar
I
is
know
he's
so good.
he's too good. JJ, what are you doing? What are you going with?
I'm going. You know what? There's been a lot of upsets recently. I'm going with the
Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Yeah. Seahawks
Go.
is not an upset.
Let's
That is
go.
just an upset.
Bucks versus Texans. I think this is a Texans bounce back.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Texans.
I'm taking the Bucks.
Tough game. I'm gonna say Texans bounce back as well.
There's three things that are confirmed in life, okay?
Baker Mayfield sucking.
Death, Taxes. Baker Mayfield throwing a pick.
He did it the 1 week I bet on him.
Yep.
That's because you're
Exactly.
unlucky.
Cardinals versus Browns.
Give me the
I
Browns.
feel like
Give me
this
the
is a Give me
Browns. Give me the Browns.
Browns.
Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett is.
Give me the
Oh yeah,
Cardinals.
Browns.
Reece,
the
this is
Cardinals.
why you're 6-9 because you every
Okay.
single time we go a different one, it's like no, give me this one.
Colts versus Panthers.
I'm
I
taking
called-
the Colts.
I called it
Gardner
last
Minshew
week.
is the greatest quarterback of all time. He's
I'm
the
taking
new
the
Tom Brady.
I'm riding the wave. I'm taking the Panthers.
Okay, who put Colts in for me? I'm taking Panthers.
No one put it in for you, bro.
No, he
Oh,
put
wait,
in.
is that not me? Oh, I'm the right one.
You're
Okay,
the right
my
one.
fault, guys. That's on me.
Welcome to the wave, bro.
No, I think Thielen gonna pop off.
I'm glad the Panthers won their first game. You know, even though I didn't vote for them last week, I'm glad they won. I do like the Panthers, but I think the Colts. JT's gonna kind of finally get into his own. He's gonna have a good game. Gardner Minshew's not bad whatsoever. I think the Colts got it.
Giants
Minshew.
Raiders.
Have y'all? Oh, I just want to point something out for Minshew. I never realized Minshew the second. Isn't that
Bro,
just Junior?
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
No, that means it's the third one though.
But-
You do junior unless you have a son. Then it's the second. So he has a
Minshew
son.
has a
then.
s-
That means he has a son. Does he have a son?
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. So he's junior until he has a son that becomes a third,
Yes.
and then he becomes a second.
So like if I had a son,
Yeah.
give him same name, I would be senior. He'd be junior. But then if my son has another son, I would be the first.
No, he
he'd be the
doesn't have
second.
he doesn't have a son. He's just Minshew the second.
Who knows?
Who knows?
knows?
Maybe he's
He doesn't-
planning on
who knows?
having a son.
Giants versus Raiders.
Oh, okay. No, this one. He's named after his
Oh.
father. Wait, it was named after his father. Didn't
Shit,
realize-
he was named after his father.
At his mother's
Okay.
request, she did. Oh, okay. She didn't want her son to be nicknamed Junior, so that's why he goes by the second.
See, I was questioning that when I went
His
to the game. I was
grandfather
like, why
wanted him
is it a two?
He wanted him to be named Beowulf.
Yeah.
Beowulf
Ew.
Minshew, bro. That's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
That is
let's get back to it. Giants v
Okay,
Raiders.
Giants versus Raiders. I think this is gonna be a classic case of like the interim coach ends up doing really well for like the first few games. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
go Raiders.
I'm gonna go Raiders, yeah.
I'm taking the Giants.
I'm going Raiders then. I'm scared,
Big
bro.
deal.
Reese has got me scared.
Yo, who's spelling Giants like
The
that?
Cowboys versus
Bro's-
Eagles.
Oh,
Oh, the rivalry, man.
give me the Eagles.
This is gonna be a good game.
I think
I don't
AJ
like it.
Brown
Can I just
is.
can I just end it? I'm taking a tie. I'm taking a tie.
You want to go? Yeah, you can't put tie. Tie is
Dude,
invalid.
honestly, if you get a tie, you win the entire year.
If you,
I don't care what
if
your
you get a
record
tie,
is.
how about this? If you get a tie, we will give you.
Can I get a tie?
I don't
want
want
an
to. I
actual
don't want to
tie?
say. I don't want to say double the amount of like correct predictions you have, but we will add additional correctness.
If you get a tie and my bet hits, I'll give you 50 of it. $50. Only if the bet
And
hits.
that is
though.
nothing if his
550.
bet hits.
That means I get 5.
All right, what are you going with, Bobby?
Anyways, Cowboys Eagles. I think I hate the Cowboys. I don't even want to vote for them, but I think they're gonna edge out the Eagles. It's a division
What?
game. It's like
What are they about to do to the Eagles? Edge them out?
I mean, that's just
no,
the fans. That's
Technical
just the
difficulty.
fans.
No technical difficulty. Give me a second.
I'm gonna go Eagles. Honestly though, like this week's games are good. Like say what you want. Like
this
you got,
week's games are very good.
you
Yeah,
got
especially with the
Tyreek Hill
Ravens
against his
gotta
old
go
team. Honestly, that game if that Chiefs game wasn't in Germany, and honestly in my opinion, Tyreek Hill going against his old team kind of sucks that it's in Germany. You know, like I feel like his
Cause so early. It's at 9:30 in the morning. Ain't nobody
Good
want to wake
morning.
up that early.
All
on
right,
top of that, like he's going against his old team. I'm sure like people
I'm
want to see that.
forced to.
Like
We got the
like
Bills
old-
versus the
Chiefs
Bengals.
fans.
Give me the Bengals.
It's a good game.
Give me the Bengals
I'm taking
by.
the-
Yeah, that DeMar Hamlin get back.
Is it in
Yeah,
Cincinnati
but-
too?
Yeah, I was against Cincinnati.
No, I'm saying, is it in Cincinnati this week too?
I can't vote for the Bills. I'm
I
going
think so.
Bengals.
Perfect.
Alrighty, and then Gerald, what are you
Wait,
going
Megan's
with?
got a-
Chargers versus Jets. Let's go
listen,
Chargers.
I'm gonna go Bengals only because I don't want the Bills to win. I don't want the Jets to pass them. Bro, Bobby,
I'm
I'm taking the Jets.
I'm also taking the Chargers.
I'm taking
Let's
Jets.
go.
I'm taking the Jets.
I just think the Zach Wilson, with the
Breeze.
Chargers defense, you can only turn on
Oh,
Breeze so long,
goodness.
bro.
Yeah, and they'll do it for Super Bowl, bro.
You're not going to Super Bowl.
You're not going to Super Bowl.
Zach
I don't
Wilson
even know if
better
they're
than
gonna
Tom
make playoff.
Brady.
That's a dub take.
Jets
That's
are gonna Jets are gonna make it
All right,
to at
so-
least week 2 with the playoffs.
That is our
Or
prediction for the week. We will update you
run it
next
back.
week. Let it be known next week. This week.
Nobody
is
wants to do their
Any
one
final
team.
changes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any final changes? Any changes you want to make? Speak now. Hold your peace.
Give me a second. Who did I vote on?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Stop typing in the doc.
You know what? No, I'm going Chiefs,
Hold on.
bro. I'm going Chiefs over Dolphins.
You know, what? I'm gonna change. I like the Rams. So I'm gonna change it to the Packers because Matthew Stafford is hurt.
Ooh, that's fair.
Chiefs over
I
Dolphins.
don't know if
bro.
he's gonna play. He might play, but
I
just
think
know he
it
has
was a
an
minor
injury.
injury. It wasn't like a big injury.
Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna play this week.
No.
Chiefs over Dolphins.
So that's pretty much though. That's
I'm taking the
Chiefs over
Chiefs too.
Dolphins.
I'm taking the Chiefs over the Dolphins.
Never mind, guys.
Really?
I'm reverting back.
I'm taking the
I,
Chiefs
you
over
know,
the Dolphins.
no, I'm.
I'm taking the Chiefs. I feel like it's gonna be a close game, but I feel like it's gonna be a.
You know what? It's so funny. Everybody had Dolphins, and I was like, so like,
Bobby. I'm sticking
concerned,
with you,
like-
bro. I'm sticking with you.
thank you. You know,
may
I
not,
appreciate
You may
that.
not rock with my team against the Colts. I'm rocking with your team against the Chiefs.
Listen, I only changed my mind because it's a division matter. You know, business got to get done, cut.
Conference matter, dog. That's conference.
No way, this guy just said.
They're not in the same division, bro.
Well said, Ka.
Conference
All right, well-
matters.
That's predictions. We'll update you. Let it be known this week will be edited by me. Next week's I don't know
Again.
who's taking editing next week. If you guys edit at all.
I'll take it.
Okay. Well,
I'll take editing duties. You know,
it's genuinely.
Yeah,
I
we got that.
kind of like it
We
just
on
because
that.
I can put in dumb memes and no one can yell at me because I'm
Yeah.
doing it, not you guys.
I haven't watched any of them.
Oh, thanks, bro. It means a lot.
I've watched like half
Brother.
of all of them, but you know,
it's okay.
Then
My
I get
mom
to-
watches
then I
all
get
of
to
these. Hey,
see it.
mom, how's it going?
Hi, Bobby's mom. Thanks for watching.
Bobby's mom. I know you didn't put me in your post.
Hey, Bobby's mom.
All right. Anything? I mean, anything else we want to say? I mean,
Closing statements.
closing statements.
Like a
Um,
lawsuit.
Um,
Thanks for watching. You know, hopefully everybody enjoyed it. If you guys have any suggestions, anything you want to see us do, any games, we like to do like a little mini game here and there. So, any suggestions, just put it in the comments. That's all I got
make
for
sure
you.
If you
make
if
sure,
you guess if you predict in the comments all of the games correctly before they happen, Bobby will give you his phone number and let you text him personally.
I was
uh,
gonna say we'll bring him on the podcast, but you know that's a lot
Yeah,
better.
you'll get on the podcast, Val. You'll get on the podcast.
Yeah,
Just
Bobby
thanks.
also has a habit of giving away. So
I love for watching this.
every
He's given me it for a few weeks in a row.
so if you guess all the games right, you're
That's
you're
it.
in,
Don't worry.
you're in
I'll
luck.
bleep it out. I'll bleep it out. I'll bleep it out. I'll
He's
bleep it
got
out,
his
bleep it out.
account.
I'll bleep it out. I'll bleep it out. No,
All right.
I was gonna say, yep. Okay. So, if you like this so far, as we're growing this, getting more, as you know, we're getting
As we're
figuring out-
growing.
as we're growing, make sure like it, comment,
I'm pretty
Please,
steady if you ask me.
subscribe, share it with everyone. I'm just saying, share this week's episode because you know who's watching right now. You know who's watching?
Bobby's mom.
The Pope. The
Oh.
Pope is
Tyreek
watching.
Hill. Oh.
Do we give a shout out this week to a player like we typically do?
No, we shout out the Pope. Remember?
Oh, shout
Shout
out to
out to Von Witherspoon and,
Shout out to
and the
Pope.
Pope.
No, there was
Yeah.
there was someone in this that we shouted out. I thought was it?
There was somebody.
I think we shouted out Tyreek Hill.
No, it wasn't Tyreek. It was someone else that we shouted out. That's just
Tyreek
running.
played Fortnite with me.
Yo,
Yeah, Tyreek, I'll be on Fortnite if you want to add me.
Or
If
Kyler
we-
Murray, maybe.
if we ever get a
I'm not
football
buying
player to
any
actually
COD.
somehow stumble across one of these, how's it going? Please come on.
Hi.
Please come on and talk to us about football or a soccer player.
That'd be great.
If you ever get a soccer player, maybe come
That'd be the
on,
most awkward.
Duncan McGuire, bro.
If you want, I could like shoot my links over to the Orlando City. Like,
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
GM.
Yeah,
Um,
let's shoot my links over to
Mhm.
Seattle.
As we finish this, make sure
Sounders.
like, comment, subscribe, share it
At
with
the
your mom,
Seattle.
your dad, your sister, your brother, your teachers, your friends, your family.
Your grandma definitely wants
Your
to watch
grandma,
it on her way
definitely, your bosses,
to
your
the
coworkers.
dermatologist.
Yes. Make sure your
Your
girlfriends,
doctor.
your boyfriends, whoever you love, share it to them.
I agree.
Um,
I agree with what Joe just said.
Just put it on a billboard if you have access to a
exactly.
billboard.
Hope you liked it. I think I'm gonna go.
Any suggestions? Put it in the
Oh yeah,
comments down below.
comments
You know?
below. Anything else?
Yep.
Anybody? One.
Oh, I would like to start a new trend challenge of the video. If you're watching this, I need you guys to try to do this thing. Only 1 in 10 people can do it. You have to like the video with your ball sack.
What did he say?
Not a lot of people can do it. Not a lot of people can do it. Only 1 in 10 people,
All right,
and that is a recorded statistic.
I don't have one. Is that what it's
Alright.
1 in 10?
Yeah, no.
All right, no, we're done.
That's
All
what I'm
right.
gonna do.
Thanks for watching. See you guys later. We're gonna go play. What are we playing this week?
I have to wake
I
up
don't
at
know.
5, guys.
Let's go play some Madden.
5 guys? You gotta wake up with 5 guys?
Peace out.
Peace out.